Yo, what's going on, everybody? Back again for another episode of some young brother doing some dope shit.
Yes.
Before we get into really the meat and potatoes, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is, as you guys know, Hot Boy Heems.
Augusto Cone live in the flesh.
Big Wolf.
And really quick, you guys might have known something a little bit different about this episode. There is another person sitting at this table. I'm going to go ahead and let my man introduce himself. Go ahead, man.
Man, what's happening, everybody? It's ZYLO. Man, what's happening?
What's happening?
When you just say your name, you're fly.
I mean, yeah.
My name is a verb.
It's an introduction, right?
Yeah.
This is what this episode for, to get to know my man. So you know how it goes. We got to do the highs and the lows.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right? And then just in case you don't know, every week we ask each other what was the highlight of their week and then the down point of the week, just to kind of make sure everybody keeps their head on straight.
Right.
Wellness check. So who wants to go first?
I'll take it off. So definitely, the high of my week has to be, I made it back from LA safely.
Hey, man, that's a
Because
blessing.
y'all know, as we know, the audience has been following the story of me and my truck has been nothing but a headache.
Not
so
even your truck, just your transmission.
my transmission on the truck, bro, it doesn't know if it wants to go out or not.
Don't fuck with this
It-
nigga.
at all. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't.
Bipolar transmission?
Bipolar transmission.
That's the perfect way to put it,
The
nigga.
coldest thing is he took it to get fixed, right? He took it to get fixed. Then the mechanic was like, "Hey, man, go ahead and work on this car while I do your car."
That's literally what happened. He didn't
Right?
charge me. He didn't charge me, but he said, "You work on this car. I'm
This
gonna
shit
work on
don't
your
work.
car."
Nigga can't be mad at you fixed
Bruh,
it.
I can't do that.
Yeah, bro,
Right? That's what I told my man. Like, nah, this is your job. You get paid to do
Yo.
this.
it's
So hold on, you work on cars too?
Yeah. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, that's my bag.
He
But,
actually the real Jamaican nigga. on
Yeah,
the
right?
show, nigga.
You can't tell by the dress.
But that has to be the high. The low.
You might be a Marley, nigga.
No, I ain't a Marley. I can't be a Marley. If y'all would have known, I would never shut up.
23 and me.
You go see Bob at the top. Be like, Daddy.
I'm done. The low of my week, because these niggas will just keep going. The low of my week has to probably be, I don't know. I for the first time ever, I don't really have one.
That's good. That's
I
good.
don't really
That's
have
good.
one, but I think it's a cop out. But whatever.
It is a cop
Oh,
out.
that's
It's a
a
cop
cop
out.
out.
Don't be that
It's a cop out.
What's your
personal.
bank account looking
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, right.
I
That's a
don't.
cop
I
out.
can't think of anything. Like, I'm up. I cooked my food.
You
Girl
ain't
up,
even take
business
a,
up.
you ain't even take a bad shit this morning.
You ain't take a bet. Nah, everything was up. My
Wow.
fiber. I mean, eating my oatmeal like a madman.
Wow,
So I don't-
nigga.
Hey, that was a jewel right there.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
crazy. You know when nigga day is great when everything go right, even the
Bruh,
shit, nigga.
Bruh, I'm up. I'm
good.
up.
Talk about all glory to the grain.
I'm gonna take it off next. My high of the week actually happened today, yo. So I was in a car going to Hobby Lobby, my second home, and this dude next to me, he was listening to music. It was what was it? Heavy metal music.
Some metal.
Listening to heavy metal music, and I really
Full blown.
fucked with the song. And my good friend Muhammad over here asked him what the name of the song was, so I got new music.
Yeah,
I love new music.
Ah.
yeah.
And it's heavy metal music too. If you guys don't know, you probably know. I'm like I fuck with hip hop, 100%, right? But rock,
Tell by the
a
Jesus.
fucking guitar, man, that trumps everything.
Hey,
Yeah.
bro, I hear guitar. I want to go crazy.
That trumps everything in my book, man. I'm sorry, you know what I mean?
That's why What's the Price? My favorite song on Culture, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Yeah. So that's my high of the week. That was good. New music is good. My low of the week, still broke. Is that a good? Did that count? Still
Yeah.
broke.
But that's us.
That's a
every
cop out,
week.
'cause that's every
why-
week, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Brother,
All of us
broke
are
is
all the time.
mindset, brother.
Let's see.
That's
Let's
a
see.
mentality, bro.
You're right. I live like I'm rich. You're right.
He really does. That's the problem. But that's
hey,
another discussion.
Yeah, right. My low of the week.
Oh, I know your low of the week.
What?
We reminded you of them crochet dreads you had. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a moment of silence.
Hey, that's always a low. It's always a low when you gotta be reminded of something.
What did you
Got that for a reason.
I was saying, bro, I don't bring that shit up for a fucking
You got
reason.
PTSD. That's why you don't grow his hair out no more.
Hey, I don't grow my hair out no more because my fucking hairline is receding.
Oh,
That's a
stop.
My
dog.
girl,
Hey,
look, my girl gave me a fucking lineup yesterday, bro. She said, "You want me to go get the marker to fill in the edges?" I said, "No, man, just leave it alone,
She
dog."
was trying to LeBron me.
Hey, hey, because she does hair, so she's like, "Let me try and help you out," but that's
I
not
got
helping
the
me
time.
out. I said,
Hey.
"Is that shit waterproof?" She said, "No."
Where was the help when the barber brought you back?
Man. I said, "Is that shit waterproof?" She said, "No." I said, "Don't worry about it, then. It's fine."
Just leave
If
it.
he started sweating on the pod,
That shit
I would have stopped the shit. I would have dropped the mic.
and that shit start dripping. Oh, no.
I'd be like, hey, bro, watch out.
You don't need a headband for that.
Man, right? Fuck, I'm just keep a razor on deck, just
Nigga, or you
voluntarily.
get like me.
Man.
Yeah, and nobody see my head.
Yeah.
We 16 episodes deep. Nobody see my head. yet.
Backstory.
Man, listen.
Behind the scenes. When I walked in, he had the hat on.
Hey, you can't tell nobody about the line.
Go.
You seen the hairline.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
all I want to know is who the barber is.
Shit,
We ain't
that's
fucking
the
with
issue.
bro.
Ain't nobody
Himself.
gonna cut the shit. You
Himself.
see the shit.
Himself.
But hit me with the high and low.
Go ahead. What's yours?
My high this week, we getting official. Wolves leading.
Oh,
Wolves is
yeah,
becoming an
that's a big
official
day for
company.
you.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
dope. Yeah.
getting paperwork done.
Yeah.
And-
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That
Thank
800 a
you,
year
thank you.
gonna be tight.
You said what?
That 800 a year gonna be tight.
Shut up, nigga.
That's all I'm saying is that
L-
800 a year gonna
hopefully
be
one
tight.
drop. Hopefully the first drop every year takes care
Yeah,
of that.
man.
But the low, my hats got delayed.
That sucks.
Yeah, man.
happened?
They said the factory had a lot of. Okay, so they finished the hats, but they forgot to add, a special part of it.
The wolf.
No, the embroidery on the side of it that says WLW.
Yeah.
And
They forgot the name.
nigga,
Brandy.
that's the last thing I told this motherfucker to do, bro. So then he was like, okay, so we're gonna have to ship them to another factory. They ship them to another factory. Dude kept telling me they'll be ready by Monday. I hit him Monday. I got some bad news for you. They finished that. Okay, they got the hats at the factory, but they can't finish them right now. You're gonna have to wait a little longer. I'm like, all right.
That sucks, man.
So I'm hoping for like 10 extra hats.
That's
I
not
hope
much.
so for you too, man. I hope so for you
You
too.
dealing with Chinese companies. What's your
Yeah,
what's your high and your
what's
low?
your high and
They
low
could
this
have not
week,
messaged me back.
Damn. You got to wait for the English specialist to hit you.
They get the message. They got to translate.
That's when you know it's bad. Like, we gotta bring somebody who might relate to him.
Bruh.
What this say?
That's when you know it's bad.
It was for the low for a reason.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining. You feel me?
I understand.
Just be hot.
Shoot, my high, my low. I start off with the low.
Okay.
My low is, let's see, I forgot to take out the shrimp the other day, so my wife and I got into it. I don't know, none of y'all married.
Hey,
That will set off the whole
All right, wait.
motherfucking house.
Look.
Oh, wait,
you
hold on.
forget to do something simple like take the food out for dinner.
You probably
And
look.
thaw it out.
You looked at
Look,
the
look,
freezer
look,
and said,
my man.
"Damn."
Yesterday, my girl was like, "I want to do spaghetti today, right?"
I watched this
But
happen.
we in here working, right? Nigga, it's like 10 o'clock at night. She said, "Go get the fucking spaghetti or the meat for the spaghetti." I said, "All right, I'm gonna just put it in the microwave real quick, defrost it, right?" Real simple nigga shit. She said, "I don't eat that. Take it out." I said,
Bruh.
"Well, damn, I'm not going to the store to get a new pack.
Yep.
Run the hot water on this shit, bro. 5 minutes, we good."
Bruh.
Still complain about it, but I feel pain, man.
Man,
That's definitely a low.
That's what it takes. That's
Hey,
the
I'm
next.
just happy you was quickly thinking on
Yeah.
your
Right?
My nigga looked at the freezer and said,
Yeah, man. I was like, shit. What can I do? What can I do?
Like, oh, shit.
It was
He
wild.
looked like Day when he ran in with the shit like.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that
Get
quick,
some commissary.
right?
It was ridiculous. It was.
Yeah.
I watched that whole shit go down. I was like, man, this is
You
the
was
next
scared
level.
as shit,
Yeah, I
huh?
was like, this is the next level relationship. I said, oh shit.
Hot water boy.
West.
I've been married for 7 years.
Oh
wow.
shit! Congratulations, first.
Congratulations,
first,
bro.
Actually, our anniversary was 2 weeks ago, the 15th.
And
Wow,
remember, another
congratulations
congratulations
again.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah.
But boy, I make it look easy online because that was on purpose. But at home, it's a battle.
Okay.
So I feel
You know,
man.
when you got kids, you got a whole household, and you trying to live a dream.
Oh.
And you make that dream sleepless and make it a reality.
Oh.
I don't even, my girl don't watch the show. So sorry. Let me talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Oh, no,
Man.
my wife's gonna watch it.
No,
so-
hey, I love you. Nah, she gonna watch it. So I'm not gonna say nothing about it, but I feel your pain, man.
No, she
Man.
gonna say
100%. I
something.
feel your pain.
Man.
The
That was
high,
an issue this morning.
What's the high?
I've had several.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking
Right?
about.
Speak on it.
Man, no, the
Well, not
big-
all
I-
7, but you know,
No.
I pick the best one.
No, man, shout out Hip Hop Weekly Magazine.
Hey.
I got my new segment coming out. It's gonna be Thoughts to Digest. I get 2 articles a week.
That's
And I'm gonna be putting some attention to where it needs to be.
Okay.
And just add some different flavor that they ain't got up in there. You hear me?
Amen.
Yeah, I feel
Amen,
that.
bro.
Do that. No. You had the whole script ready. You just went into character. How did you do that? Like you just like you had your
That's
whole.
that's why he got the job.
That's
man.
why he
he's
got-
a business.
That's why he got.
man.
That's
Not
why.
a business.
That's why he got the job, man.
Yeah, we got to work on that. Yeah, keep going. We don't do that well.
That-
you know, when you turn the light on and turn it off so quickly, you don't know difference between light and dark.
Nigga.
Exactly.
That's the bar. That's the
Exactly, but I'm definitely finna tune into that just cause like you steps ahead of me, man. I'm trying to follow, so I'm definitely about to tune into that shit.
Bro,
man.
it's shout out Nipsey Hussle. It's a marathon,
Amen.
bro.
You're right.
You gotta keep
Definitely.
it
It
going.
ain't a
You
race,
can't
it's a
think
marathon.
about where you at compared to somebody else.
Nah.
You just gotta think about what resources you do have and what you're doing to move forward without any resources.
That's fact, cause
That's
you know I'm not finna tell y'all where we shoot these episodes at, but you know we working with any episode with anything we got.
Oh yeah,
Come
we
on.
we built this poster.
We got a nigga in the bathroom right now, fucking with the levels.
That's our
nigga.
engineer. You see our engineer working.
And that nigga making ramen noodles for us after the show.
Hey, I just want to shout out that y'all studio have a bathroom in the studio.
Just saying, right? Hey,
That's
people
next
be
level.
look, he go tell people, yo, I don't. My office don't got a bathroom in it. My bathroom got an office in it.
Hey, that's hard.
hey, his bathroom got an office in it.
Shouts out Ephraim.
Yeah, shouts
Always.
out man behind the camera,
Yeah,
Ephraim.
yeah,
All right,
shouts
but let's
out.
get into it today. So as you guys can see, we have a guest on here, a very special guest. We are going to take advantage of this time and pick his brain,
Definitely.
right? First thing I want to talk about is keeping the streets warm, right?
Salute.
So as a lot of you guys might not know, I know a little, too late. It is a let's have him explain what it is. Just
Man,
so
I want to shout out Ephraim because Ephraim was there
Wait,
early.
Hold on. How many shout outs? No, I'm fucking with you. I'm
Nah, let Ephraim get a shine, nigga.
and he gotta pay for these after the third one. He gotta pay.
But
Hey,
go on,
go
bro.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's on y'all.
He's like, I'm gonna keep giving it.
Brett helped me. He's solid.
Yeah.
He hit me and was like, "Hey, can I be a part of it? I got a camera. This is what I got." Or actually, no, I presented it to him because I met him at the Blast and Dom Kennedy video shoot.
Oh yeah,
Fire.
yeah.
Oh, that was in L.A.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I met him there. I told him about the event. We stayed in touch, and then boom, he showed up. He showed up early. He stayed late.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's
bruh,
Ephraim.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
Ephraim.
Yeah, I want to shout out Ephraim.
Yeah.
You know, and I ain't charge you, bruh.
That's the third one.
It's free. But shoot, keeping the streets warm was an idea I have. I have a homeless brother that's schizophrenic, and
Okay.
he chooses to be homeless. And sometimes the only way to reach him is by seeing other people react.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's at the mission. He's just doing his thing. And so I was like, okay, I need to do something on a scale that would get his attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I started to apply some of my resources, and I reached out. I met Zakari on a wind in the studio. I got kicked out of a TDE lockout. So
Oh, shit.
long
Whoa.
story
I
short,
low-key
cop
wanna-
comes in, and who is he? And he's talking about the white boy, which is me.
Yeah.
Who is he? He doing an interview. Nah, he got to go.
Yeah.
Oh
So
shit.
me and the producer Nate Jetson, now we walking out I came in through the back where all the fancy cars was, and I'm
Okay.
leaving out the front. Some bullshit.
Yeah.
If I didn't leave out the front, I wouldn't have ran into Zakari.
Yeah.
So Zakari's walking down the hallway, and I'm like, damn, that's Zakari. And it hits me like, what the hell am I gonna say to the brother?
Yeah.
Right,
The
right.
first thing come to my mind is Bakersfield. So
Cause he from Bakersfield, ain't he?
Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Homegrown.
Yeah. He
My
from
girl
Bakersfield.
they went to church together. My girl and
Wow,
him.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right?
That's
How it all
shoot,
comes
shout
together.
out Jim Ranger too.
Yeah.
Man. That one went over my head. I'm not even going front.
He was the youth pastor at that church.
At Saints? See,
Uh,
I was with them. I know he was at Saints. That's where I know those two met. Now, the next part of his church, I'm not really sure.
I
See.
just know Zakari's told me that his youth pastor was Jim Ranger, and he been rocking with him since he was a kid.
So yeah, it could be. Like I said, I came in on the
I'm just
later
putting
generation.
two and two together.
Yeah. It could be. I came in on the later generation.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
gotcha.
that's it. That could be it.
Shit, no, I really don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but go ahead.
So I walked by and I said Bakersfield, and Zakari stopped in his tracks. And
Oh,
was like,
of
"Oh,
course.
you from Bakersfield?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, we need to have more people from Bakersfield up in here." And then I said my name, he said his name, and we walked off. And like 6 months later, I had this premonition of like, let me hit up someone from Bakersfield to be a part of this event, keeping the streets warm.
Yeah.
He just so happened to have his own premonition of a week, literally 7 days before, of, hey, I need to do a free show for Bakersfield.
That's fucking.
That's God.
crazy.
That's God.
Timing.
Yeah,
That's God.
I just said that's
boy,
God.
that
That's
is
that's
Bro,
crazy.
you know,
That
that's
is-
I was
fucking
in a
crazy.
request folder. Like, you hear me? When
Yeah.
you on Instagram, you
Yeah.
somebody. I was in a request folder that he ain't never read, and then he randomly decides to read it. I've been trying to get his attention to have him come on my show for months,
Wow.
and then he decides to read that one. He hits me back, gives me his number, we link,
Mhm.
and then it's on. I got Bobby D and Snoop Dogg behind it, and then I started hitting the news stations, the newspaper.
Mhm.
And then we started to, and I got with the city councilman, and shout out Christian Romo, shout out Eric Arias, shout out County Supervisor Leticia Perez, because they all came in. I didn't have any money to do it, type of thing. Like, this is
Wow.
just a spirit of me wanting to do something, and it
Yeah.
all came together.
And you actually got people within like town
I did
hall
that
to
in a
come.
month.
Yeah.
What, Nick?
In a month.
See, that's I'm saying that's work.
Bro, scheduled shit gets done in a month.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, like, gets done in like 3 months.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
work.
Runner
though.
Nights takes 4 months out. That
Bruh,
Runner
my
Nights is 4 months.
stage didn't get to come. We were supposed to have a stage, and at the last minute, we did it at MLK. They was like,
Yeah.
"We're not gonna leave the stage at MLK,"
Huh.
and I ain't gonna throw no names out there.
Right.
But Walker Lewis, that was some bullshit.
I like this nigga.
Oh, yeah.
And so, we ran with it, and I got a generator. Shout out Leon at Denweeds. Go get your Denweed food. You hear me? That got the best
Yeah.
fish. And
Yeah.
he blessed me with his generator, and then Zakari came and rocked it, and we had Kev King from the radio station DJing.
Yeah.
And then we had Brenda Jean. Like, it was a big community event. Everybody came together. Like, my thing is that I don't want someone to get more attention than the next, because that's not the purpose.
Right.
The
Right.
purpose is to get back and see a difference. And so we collected coats, blankets, and we passed them out.
That's beautiful. And
Yeah.
masks.
Yeah.
And
oh
masks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Brenda Jean gave us
Yeah.
50,000 masks.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many masks in my life. Ephraim came back home with masks. and
I was like,
said,
nigga, what did
"Wait,
you
mind
do?
you, we were trying to figure out. We were like, man, what did he do all day?
You know he a big nigga. I thought he ran up on the nigga for all the
Man,
masks. Like,
I was
nigga,
like,
That was a big ass bag of masks, yo. It was like fucking Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
like, nigga,
Fucking
what
Oprah.
truck
You get a mask.
stop?
You get a mask. You get a mask.
Boxes, bro. It
Yeah,
was
it's
wild.
boxes of masks.
But
That
that's-
nigga came in, he was like, hey, nigga, go grab you a
Yeah.
mask. I'm like,
It was-
shit,
that
nigga.
shit was crazy.
Aight.
Yeah, I thought Ephraim walked them down.
Yeah, bro. I
For
said,
some
you-
masks. COVID.
what I find really interesting about your entire event is that what I love is when people use community involvement. You didn't just sit here and list a bunch of rappers or people who are known on the everyday streets. You listed business owners in the community. You listed superintendents.
People
you
in
missed
the
it.
city council.
People. You literally mentioned the radio host of the city. Like, you don't see that too often, ever. Fuck that. You don't ever see that.
Yeah,
I
you
usually say
don't.
too often. I'm trying to.
You don't. No, you don't ever see that.
You
shit.
don't
And
ever
you're not-
see that, but I'm gonna take it a step
Yeah.
further. You don't see it in hip hop.
Uh.
You don't see that in hip hop. So I have to know, like, when you had this vision on this event on Keeping the Street, what trigger, like, outside of your brother? I know you spoke on your brothers, but like, what was your momentum to wake up to put this on in 30 days? We have a hard time in 7 days to sit down and record. Be like, all right, let's get the momentum for the next episode in 30 days. How do you,
Bro, I drop 5-6 episodes a week when my season goes.
bruh?
See?
But see,
See, look.
But it's just like, if you want to prove that you can do something,
yeah,
Do it.
you fucking do it. You take that excuse and make the reason why you did it.
Okay.
For me, I got a sponsorship from Ethica, and I got all this free stuff. And I saw my brother, it was raining.
Draws.
Bruh, socks, drawers, these sweats.
yeah.
Undershirts. Oh, man. Shout out Ethica. Shout out Cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Burner, come on the show.
Burner, come on the show.
Hey, I've been waiting for that brother for a minute.
Come on, both of our shows.
No, but that's why you mess with his director of marketing. Shout
Yeah.
out Nima.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah,
he has to level up.
Write that down. Right there.
All
I'll
you
see
gotta
it.
do is rewind it, bro. I tell my guests.
No, yeah.
I said, who gave you what box?
We finna run this back and peep game. We finna run this back.
Nah, but that's dope. Like, cause you're not from Bakersfield.
I was born in L.A., but I moved back in. My father passed away when I was 4,
Okay.
and so my mom moved from L.A. to Bakersfield.
Okay.
But really, Lake Isabella, then Bakersfield, and then I
Yeah.
went from Bakersfield to L.A. back and forth until she got incarcerated when I was 12, 13.
Damn. How hard was that on you, bro, growing up? Especially going from LA to Bakersfield, bro, to get here right now.
This is a perfect answer. I love the streets.
I love the streets.
Oh man,
Hey,
this
hey.
man's a Brandon G.
That's beautiful,
Man.
nigga.
Bro, that was the real. Like, it was the OGs telling me, what the fuck you doing out here this late? What you doing this? I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they
Yeah.
put me on a cab when it was cabs like that.
Yeah.
Put me on a cab and send me home and pay for it.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Like,
bro.
and they'll tell me, like, basically, like,
you don't need to be doing all this
Yeah,
shit.
and I'll be like, man, I ain't got shit else to do or go. My plan was to spend the night at my friend's house, but I know I can't spend the night at my friend's house. So I'm out in the streets all night seeing how y'all move.
Right.
'Cause I'm interested, and they didn't ever give me my plate, and so they kept on saying go, go, go. And the way how God works is He put me here, put me there. I'm getting kicked out of school in L.A., but I'm getting straight A's in Bakersfield. What the fuck going on?
I think that says more about the education system, but that's another discussion. I'm not even gonna get started. Yeah, I'm not gonna get started with LAUSD. I'm from LA. Don't get me started with LAUSD.
Couldn't tell by this nigga vocabulary though.
Don't.
Come on, the streets tell you a lot, boy.
The streets
you
do
gotta
tell
ride
you
the
a lot.
metro to get to school.
Yeah, come on.
Yes, sir.
I was the 212. The 212. I learned
That's
a
a
lot.
long bus.
Every time nigga give it high, he said, "Woo!"
Yeah,
What the fuck was happening on that bus?
I learned a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
I used to ride the metro in LA too in 6th and 7th grade, bro.
Oh,
But I used to ride it from LA to Whittier, nigga.
I used to ride it from Montebello
LA to Whittier.
downtown.
That's a cool maybe hour and
was
a half
low-key-
bus drive, bro.
Damn.
On
I
a
used to
city
do
bus, on a
yeah.
city bus, not just
Yeah.
a school, but on a city bus.
Yeah.
Nigga, going from Montebello to downtown, bro, even as like a little kid, bro, that shit wild.
That shit is
You
crazy.
just see a bunch of wild ass shit.
That shit is crazy though. But like you said, man, if you do something like that, bro, you pick up game real easy. Especially if you're attentive. Especially if you're super attentive, you pick up game and you can use that like later.
And then the cold part is they recognize I'm watching.
Right.
And I'm not the one to come up and be like, oh, you just did whoop-de-whoop with whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
That's why they was
It's
trying
just-
to
I
get
just
you
sit
out.
back
Yeah.
and observing like, oh, I saw his mannerism.
Yeah.
I saw how he addressed this person differently because he came up looking needy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
And
right.
so you learn to hit people with different energy. And so it just continued to develop in me. And then I eventually got myself in trouble.
Oh.
That's always the reason why you slow down in the streets.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about your parents, boy.
Nah.
It's-
Talking about everybody parents.
I remember watching the Snoop Dogg interview and he spoke about that. And he said that you have to know when to take the passenger seat and when to take the driver's seat. And he said that when he was with his homies in Long Beach, he was the driver. He can act how he wants, talk how he wants to his LBC community. But he said when Dr. Dre came around, he had to know when to take the passenger seat. And that's what I'm saying. And it's so funny how you have Snoop Dogg involved and how that same almost narrative I'm seeing within you. And it's like, I don't know if he personally dropped that gem on you, but you already had it. You just learned it through experience. So I just find it to be really interesting. Like I'm learning you every minute. So it's just like I'm soaking game right now. So it's just like that's really dope. That's dope.
So basically, I'm just gonna tell y'all. I don't think I've ever told anybody this. The reason how I got connected with Snoop and Bobby D is, well, I talk about this a little bit. I interviewed Bobby D. Bobby D is Snoop Dogg's agent, manager, business partner.
Okay.
So he's the reason why there's tours, some of the biggest concerts we see,
Yeah.
the Lovers and Friends, the How the West Was Won.
How
Yeah.
he finally got into Long Beach for the first time at Complex Con. That shit was wild.
Oh yeah, I seen them when he did that.
But that ain't had nothing to do with Bobby. That was on Complex Hating. Mark Echo. I love you.
Hey.
Don't even get me started.
Hey,
nigga.
yeah,
Don't get
yeah.
me started. All right.
But yeah, so I interviewed bruh, and basically during my earlier street days, I connected with somebody that had me rolling with the Rolling 20s in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Right.
And so my big homie put on GODYLOPE.
Okay.
And then I don't know if y'all know history, but GODYLOPE ended up putting on Snoop Dogg to the twos.
Wow.
Okay.
And so I'm with ZYLO, you know, it's a,
Bro, you answering so many like hood questions right now,
Yeah.
nigga.
and so yeah, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying his name. But there's so
You ain't
many-
gotta say no names, bro.
We got to keep this episode.
Yeah. So basically, I connected with bruh and I did work, and from there, I was able to talk about him to Bobby,
Right.
and Bobby was like, "Oh yeah, whatever you need, I got you."
Damn.
And so I'm like, "Okay, what am I gonna do with this?" I ended up interviewing Asia and Slim 400.
Oh.
Damn.
Slim 400 had just got shot like
Yeah.
a month ago.
Wow.
shit.
And so he was tripping. And so I'm like, I go through this whole crazy experience where Asia was dope.
Yeah.
Princess of Compton, love her energy. We chilled and did a whole dope interview. Then I go to Marina Del Rey to go do the interview with Slim 400.
Mm-hmm.
And he tripping. He'll answer a question philosophically, and then the next answer, he tripping, talking to the people that shot him and robbed him.
Oh damn.
Because it's
And
only
are
a
you
month
talking to
removed.
me?
Yeah.
He like, it's only a month removed. He like, I know y'all niggas is watching, nigga. That's wild.
Boy.
That's true. I have such a great PTSD question, but I'm not even gonna. Is that yeah? I'm saying that, but that's true PTSD.
Yeah.
And you got to witness it in person. That's and an interview. That's crazy. But I don't mean to cut you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no,
Man.
it's all good. It's all good. And so from there, I left that interview like, I need to fuck with Bobby. I need to get something
Right.
behind it. Y'all bring you
That's what I'm
present
saying.
the biggest concerts, present my podcast. Y'all ain't got no podcast. And then boom, that's what happened. I get to my second season, Uncle Snoop's Army signs me.
Wow.
And now I'm a part of the Army. And that's how I got the Snoop behind it.
Damn.
And then shit, I've been moving. Works just been moving and
Bro.
moving and moving.
Just consistent.
Relationships will get you places money cannot.
That's
Definitely.
facts.
You first
That's
impressions
facts.
will get you a lot further than you making a choice of trying to carry your respect a different way.
Wait. Say that one more. That you said a lot. Say that one more time. Those are beautiful words.
First impressions will get you a lot more than the respect you think you have.
Hey, I want to make
That's
sure
where
the
the
audience
ego
hears
comes
that.
in.
Yeah, the audience needs. There's somebody who needs to hear that. And then B, I think you said something. You said something about like money does not.
Oh, relationships will get you places money cannot.
Relations get you.
That's
places.
facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. How you
That's-
interact with people, how they not even necessarily how they know you, how they feel about you.
Yeah.
That'll take you
Further
way
than anything
longer than
else.
anything else.
Because it's not always the actual truth of who you are. It's how people see you.
Right.
Yeah, it's just people remember how people when it comes to shit, people might not remember specifics about anything,
Definitely.
but they remember how it made them feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I can tell you, they always remember how shit makes them feel.
Right.
So first impressions, how you make somebody feel off the first rip,
Yeah.
that'll take you forever.
Yeah.
Right.
That's real
Fact.
beautiful, man.
Mm.
And like to hear where you came from and like just a piece of how you came up, for you to like honestly hold on to all that, that's powerful. That just shows like the strength within you, because you could have capped out a long time ago.
Bruh.
Homies could have been telling you, bro, get out the streets, and you like, nigga, I'm staying in the streets. You
Right.
can't tell me nothing.
Bro, I made front page Sunday newspaper. I had straight A's in high school, captain of the football team, second team all area wrestler,
Damn.
and I was
You
still
were wrestling
active
too?
in the streets. Yeah, I got cauliflower.
Oh,
Yeah, I seen it, bro, when you came in. I
Bruh,
see
I
it.
wrestled with Jake Marner, Nathan Morgan.
Damn.
Like I wrestled that area.
Wait, you wrestled in Bakersfield at that time?
yeah,
This
I
was
on
like
the
a
Kern
real.
County wrestling team.
This was
That's
like
hard.
a real.
No, this is a
Wow.
real wrestling town. This
Wow.
is like
Yeah,
even
it's
CSUB
real.
was known
Yeah,
for their wrestling.
damn.
That's
Yeah.
why
bro.
the state tournament comes to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
I didn't
Wow,
even
that's
put that
crazy.
together. I never even put that together. Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to remember the teacher name that did that, because he's at South, but his sons both coach. And
Okay.
yeah, I went to South High, and yeah. Basically, South High was a school that had 3 different hoods go to the same school, and you got the Mexican hoods that go there too.
So it's 4. It's like 6, 7.
It's
It's-
hella
it's-
nonsense.
It's real crazy.
Like
It's
Because
real crazy.
I went to a high school.
That's
like,
just real crazy.
Where like it was just Mexican gangs. So like I
Bruh,
know
we had
niggas
people
was
from
active,
the country, the east side, the dub, the west side, all at South High.
Damn.
And we on a football team together. It's fights. It's all type of crazy shit. Like we had D1 athletes that couldn't ever get to their potential because they'd rather fight at practice or in the game.
Then play the game.
Bruh, our star
Yeah.
quarterback had a bullet in his shoulder, bruh.
Still tossing them bombs.
Bruh, I'm talking about after he graduated with a scholarship on the table, got in a shootout in front of the high school and shit. Not our high school, another high school.
Wow.
Man, look it up.
That-
It's all in Bakersfield.
Yeah,
back
that's-
then.
Damn, bro.
that's
This city
crazy.
got gems, bro.
It reminds me a lot of you're from LA. I'm happy I can share some of these sentiment. But like
I'm from the IE.
Yeah, I'm
What
with
are you,
you.
so-
Yeah,
But
Y'all
talk about it.
close.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're close.
yeah.
You don't understand why.
we
but
closer than
Yeah,
this or that.
way
Yeah,
closer.
for
It,
sure.
it reminds me a lot of the talent from like the Dorsey Crenshaw games.
Wow.
You know,
Now I know about
And
that.
it's the same. And I had no idea it was right because I grew up 0 through 18 in LA. I moved out here when I was 18, so I don't know any of the high school culture. And hearing this, I'm like, I didn't know Bakersfield was giving it up like that. Not like that. Like I knew it was giving it up.
yeah, that's what
Like,
I'm saying.
I drove to the east side. I didn't know it was like that.
So the city kind of calmed down, like from what it was,
Honestly, like
because I don't
feel
see
like
that much
Bakersfield's
activity.
been a buildup. Like they've been gentrifying LA,
Oh,
gentrifying
yeah.
the Bay Area. They've been moving people from New Orleans out here. They've been moving like if you come out here from down south, it's either you gonna stay or you can move to Texas.
Yeah.
And that's what's been happening out
I
here.
always used to tell niggas this is like a little piece of Texas in California.
Interesting. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't have, bro.
Damn,
I'm
bro.
just taking in a lot of
We
games.
always
Nah,
talk
yeah.
about how country this city is.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It's hood country though.
It is. I mean, bro, one of the hoods is called the country.
That's facts.
And they get respect in the streets and in the prisons.
So it even goes
Bruh,
inside.
I go to places, say I'm from Bakersfield. They be like, oh, you know people from Wooty Whoop, Wooty Whoop. Like, I know the gang. I don't know people from like that. Like, I know people real names.
Yeah.
I know Clarence, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy because, like I said, I've been out in Bakersfield since 2012, for a good piece, and I had no idea about any of this shit. You know what I mean? Bakersfield, like, is real low. I don't want to say low key, but there's just a lot of shit that goes on out here that a lot of people are not aware of.
I would say
you know what I
low
mean?
key because we're in the city and we don't.
I mean,
I don't hear about like half of the shit that goes.
You're right.
On the
Low
other
key.
part,
There's a lot of shit that goes out here, especially when it comes to like creatives and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens out here that not a lot of people know.
Right.
You know what I
For
mean?
real.
Not a lot, because like it wasn't until recently till I moved back out here because I left to move with my girl over some shit. That I came back, then I know that all these videographers, photographers, all these music artists that are out here real strong, real heavy. You know what I mean?
Bruh, Bakersfield got mega talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really do.
Can you speak on that a little bit, like on just the talents within Bakersfield?
When
Because
did you first notice that?
I'm in high school and my drama teacher was like, no, not my drama teacher, my history of music teacher. She was a band teacher. She was
this
like,
is at South, correct?
At South.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was like, I taught corn. I was like,
I heard about that. I heard about that. Yeah.
Wait,
band.
hold on. Let me.
Okay.
Let me get this through my mental. So I had no idea any of
They
this.
grew up
You talking
oil.
about corn with the backwards K?
Yeah.
With the backwards R.
Backwards R. My fault. Corn.
Bro, yeah.
Yeah.
I drove one of the
crazy.
niggas that used to play with them on Lyft. I was like, nigga, you lying, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Bruh,
crazy.
That's real. They went
crazy.
to Highland High School.
Wow.
Now, here's another fun fact. This is something I just learned because I interviewed Gregory Porter.
Okay.
Gregory Porter and Korn went to Highland together the same years. Fun fact is that they did a damn talent show. Guess who won?
Gregory Porter.
Gregory Porter.
You know it.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
was
sale,
saying.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wait, time out. You know who else from out here? That nigga, he played for the Sonics. His last name is Swift. He a redhead dude.
Robert Swift.
Robert Swift, nigga.
Bruh, we was going to high school the same year, 05.
What?
So this is what happens. Bruh went from Garces High School to
Okay.
BHS.
Hooping.
And he was like 7'2". He's going to get drafted in the NBA out of high school. All the shit. Everybody talking about it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
get drafted. We see him driving down with an Escalade one week, going down Stockdale Boulevard. We don't ever see him again.
Damn.
And he fell off.
Yeah.
Became,
shit.
Man, fell
I looked at the whole story of it. I was like,
fell off.
Man.
But he was hooping while he was out here. He definitely put attention to Bakersfield. Like, my high school, South High, played BHS one time. Like, our school was, like I said, we was a hood school.
Yeah.
We was hooping that
So
year.
they was trying to keep y'all low key.
Bruh, so they played one time for the first time in like 15 years, and there ended up being a shooting at halftime in the gym.
Oh
Whoa.
shit.
In the gym.
Oh
Wow.
shit.
Ended the whole game, and I don't know when they played against. Like,
Yo,
He
that's
said in the
real life
gym.
activity, bro.
It really is.
That's real
life. That's
activity.
crazy.
But I want to speak on more on the creative. Because
I get drifted with the hood.
Yeah.
shit.
I didn't mean to do it to you. I mean, like, I want to. No offense to Vlad. I just don't want it to sound like a Vlad.
Are we just getting information? Are we not asking the question?
I just want to know because understand when I moved here, I was ignorant. I moved out here and I'm like, I moved to Bakersfield for one reason. I needed an education and I had to be able to get to LA within 2 albums, listening to 2 of my favorite albums. I needed a cheap education. At the time,
that's
it was
most of
Good
us.
Kid, Mad City. And it was some other album. I can't remember, but it was like Good Kid, Mad City almost twice at that point. If I listen to that album twice, I'm in range. That's how I judge safe range for me. So I moved out here. I'm riding around like, man, this city ain't got nothing. Comes to find out, I wasn't even off the porch. I was sitting in the dorms. It wasn't even.
So you was at CSUB in a rich area.
Yeah, right.
You smelling shit every night.
Yeah, right. Just talking shit. Knew nothing. So
That's all three of us.
all three of us. This
That's
is
all
our
three of
story.
us.
Then I think it was the year I hopped off the porch. I met this nigga. We started thrifting and started just going through the city.
Yeah, it was like 2014.
What was the bar we went to? The Rider? Was it Riders?
B Riders.
B Riders.
Hey,
Hey,
shouts out B
B
Riders.
Riders.
Hey, shouts out B Riders because I know
Never
like
pay for something.
whenever like some artists came out here, they always performed at B Riders.
Right.
I know like Bane of Tokyo performed there.
I am
Shoreline
Everybody
Mafia.
know
Yeah.
the judge.
I am B Riders, man. It's
Casey
not
I
there
think
no
they was
more.
like the last people to perform Shoreline Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
They're not there no more.
Nah.
But-
yeah, no, it was a Man, you going man, fuck that promotion company. My
But-
bad. Keep on.
But I just wanted to speak on just some of the creatives out here, and just like if you can kind of speak on the perspective of Bakersfield and in the creative realm, or just your perspective from being here. Because I think there's just as much talent as there is in Los Angeles that there is here. It's just they don't get the flashlight on them.
Yeah.
LA is the number 2 market in the United States.
Okay.
As in, like, if you're trying to do music,
Mhm.
LA's. If you get on in LA, you have a higher chance of getting around the world once,
Yeah.
than you do have getting around Bakersfield.
Facts.
Okay.
So, like,
Yeah.
just the understanding of LA market to Bakersfield market. Fun fact is that Bakersfield will get paid by LA stations to play the music that they can't play in their market.
So we
Oh.
get the trickle down of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
fun
see.
fact. Learn that from the station. But that's the influence of LA to every culture. You go to New
Interesting.
York, it's the same thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So as far as
Theirs trickles down to New Jersey.
it's like people sleep on Bakersfield because they think that they have to be from LA. They think that, or they have to be from LA to make it.
Right.
Versus
Right.
that
Right.
They don't realize that you have some of the biggest, or not some of the biggest producers. I mean, yeah, actually, yeah. Sleep just did BTS. BTS is the number 1 song of the number 1 album of the decade.
That's
Yeah.
And he produced 3 songs on there. That's Bakersfield.
Yeah.
That's a flex. No.
That's
If
a
BTS
cold flex.
No, BTS
nigga.
is that's not
That's
not a normal.
worldwide.
That's impressive by
Global.
every step of the imagination.
Yeah, shout
Nigga,
out
that's
Derek
like-
Sleep.
right there with Beyonce, bro. Like,
Yeah.
at this point, talking numbers,
Yeah.
that's like, hey, this is some real shit.
Definitely.
Grammy type.
So we
Yeah.
had Gregory Porter win 3 Grammys from Bakersfield. He's
Right.
been nominated for 6.
Yes.
Damn.
And he was a football player that got a scholarship to San Diego State and got injured and came back to the East Side and dug into singing. And then look what we have now.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
A
Right.
lot of people don't know he was best friends with Chadwick Boseman.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
He used to come inside his brother, and his brother just passed away from COVID. But they had a coffee shop in Bed-Stuy, and it was called what did he say? Bro, he had a clever name for it too, bro. It was like played off of Bed-Stuy. And Chadwick Boseman was a regular that came in there, and they used to throw ideas, and then all of them flourished.
Wow.
Bro.
But
You
that's Gregory Porter Bakersfield.
Bro, you know what? I look at this city and it's like it's the place where people come to like really sharpen their creativity if
Yeah.
they're aware that that's what
you
they
could fall
do.
in the trap though.
You can easily, and that's what I'm
hold
saying.
on. Speak on that. When you say fall into the trap, are you saying like
Bruh,
become a victim? Or like what do you mean exactly?
when you become and I'm gonna use, I won't say victim, but when you accept that you have a small town mind
Yeah.
in a worldwide internet,
Oh,
You're
that's a
fucking up.
killer.
Yeah.
That's the
and
number 1
that's
killer.
Bakersfield. Bakersfield will put a stigma on you because they don't see a broader picture. They just see this little dot on the wall, and that's all they've seen is that dot. That dot's big to them,
right.
Hell yeah.
and you can't knock them for seeing that.
Right.
But they're gonna knock you for seeing the whole wall, and so you just have to not let that bother you.
That's facts. Most of the people I talk to, especially now more than before, when I tell people, I'm trying to do all this other shit, they say, why Bakersfield? Why you
Yeah.
pick Bakersfield? Bakersfield ain't nothing. It's a dusty town, yada, yada, yada. But I look at it as like Bakersfield is probably the best place, one of the best places to practice. You know what I mean?
Bro, just a side note: Nick Cannon moved here.
Oh, shit.
See,
Adam Sandler moved here.
See?
Interesting.
Arnold Schwarzenegger moved here and got his damn
Became governor?
matron his maid pregnant,
Oh, shit.
and then it became a huge scandal.
hey, this the play. I heard about that. That's
Yeah.
when he was with Maria Shriver and
Yeah.
all that, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, we talking about Bakersfield, bro.
Yeah.
We talking about the motherfucker that stopped so much going on is Kevin McCarthy, and guess where he from?
Bakersfield.
Come on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he fucking shit off in his position.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, and he wasn't he, if I'm not mistaken, during the last presidential era, not era, but whatever that term, he was, if anything were to happen to the president and vice president, Kevin McCarthy was our president up.
Yeah,
it's
no,
co-
he was minority speaker of the House.
But it was
It was a couple,
So
maybe
if
like
it
one or
was
two
the
people before
House
him.
rep, if it was the Speaker of the House after the Vice President,
yeah,
then it would have been
Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm
it's
saying.
like 4.
Yeah, it's
I
like
know
three
there
or
was-
four
that's
people
still
before
real
him.
close.
But
nigga.
that's
It's
like
still closer than anybody
Nigga,
else.
that's 3 bullets and now you president, nigga.
We caught them all in the same room.
I'm saying, right? Now you president. But nah. Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, I look at Bakersfield. I don't want to say a stepping stone because I don't want it to be derogatory, but I look at Bakersfield as like the perfect place to be able to understand what your craft is and be able to utilize it in a way where you can take it worldwide.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially these small cities because like with Bakersfield, so many people have this stigma on what Bakersfield is.
Definitely.
It makes it easier for us to be able to maneuver and do what we do, and kind of take over the hearts and mind of the people in the city.
Right.
You know,
And that's where I like to kick in with it, bro. That's why I have my show. My show's all about praising personal success stories. It's
Yeah.
a blueprint. You know, if you can learn that there's a speed bump in the road, why are you gonna act like it's a wall that hit you?
exactly.
I believe the pastor was speaking on that. The pastor you interviewed. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, Jim Ranger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jim Ranger from Bakersfield. He was just runner up on The Voice.
Yeah, I seen that.
Come on,
That's
he was
hard.
Blake Shelton's go-to guy.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Bruh, bless.
I wonder if our hip hop community knows Blake Shelton. You guys,
Niggas know Blake
You
Shelton.
gotta know.
I
Blake
know.
Shelton.
I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know. There's a few we accept in hip hop. Blake
Just
Shelton.
a few, nigga.
It's a
Tim
few.
McGraw, I
Tim
see you.
Tim McGraw.
Salute.
Definitely.
But yeah. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I really do appreciate. I really do appreciate the fact that you are saying that small town mind. That small town mind can become the death of you. And it was really sick because I remember seeing people who are from here fall victim to that. I have friends who from LA. They're like, you moved to Bakersfield to do what? Why would you move here to work on your craft? And my theory was, if I can crack in Bakersfield, everywhere else is
That's
just
a region.
it's I literally can say rinse and repeat anywhere else
That's
at that point.
300,000 people.
Exactly.
600.
600,000 and growing and
See?
growing.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's
So
400,000 away from a mill.
exactly. So that's why I tell people I also, when I learned that a lot of snack companies test their new snacks out here in the city.
They do so many flagships in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Bakersfield to Lebec.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because that is the most traveled freeway, that 5 to 99.
Bro, you
in
gotta
the United
use it if
States.
you coming from the Bay, if you coming
Yes.
from Washington, if you coming
Sacramento.
from all of that, bro. Like, you gotta get through it. But if you coming from San Diego to the Bay too, same shit.
Yeah, because if you remember when Taco Bell was first doing those fucking fries,
Yeah.
Bakersfield was the first area to get it.
Yeah, test market.
Yeah, it was the first place to get it.
So I literally used that. Once I found that out, I remember finding that out at like 17. I was like, if they're testing food over here, I'm gonna test my career. I'm gonna roll the dice on this because I think I can make it work. And I like to see how you're somebody who's managed it. You just did both. Like to me, it was an or. You made it an and. I think that's quite spectacular. It's one of my lines.
And
I
it's
always,
funny, he says it's never or.
It's never
Always
or.
an and.
Only and. I don't believe in ors. I only do ands with most of the things in my life. Not everything.
Bro, I was gonna say, man, you know,
No more.
the streets would throw you some
Yeah,
tricks.
yeah.
You gotta be like, I want an or.
Give me an or.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely have to applaud. I have to more if I listen to your story. Like, this is, I don't know how to fake shit. This is truly my character. This is really who I am. That's why when I was asking you to run things back, that wasn't even for the people. That was for me because I felt the gem. I didn't understand it on the first take, but when you said it, I felt it, which kind of ties back into the beginning on how you feel on the first impressions and everything like that. So my question is, when you're doing your interviews on your show, what were some of the interviews, without giving away too much of the magic? How did you know you had a good interview? How did you know that you felt that connection with somebody? And especially going to all digital, you're doing a lot of your interviews digitally. How were you able to convert? That's for those, and like ourselves, we want to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I learned through Barry Brewer Jr. He called me the Hood Barbara Walters.
No
Ah.
ways.
And that's fly.
Hey, bro, you got it, bro. If a nigga call you the Hood Barbara Walters,
Yeah,
you
that's
got
right.
it.
And he said he was gonna reach out to Tyler Perry for me. He still ain't done that yet, but it sounded great when he said it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I took away Hood Barbara Walters, and I was like, hey, that's actually pretty catchy.
Hold on
That's what I'm
to
saying.
that
That's fly.
Yeah.
And then like something else that stuck to me is that somebody I interviewed a guy named Charlie Stetler. And
Okay.
Charlie Stetler is the guy that founded the Fat Boys.
Oh,
He was
shit.
the guy that did
The Fat Boys,
the Fat Boys.
like the '80s.
Nah,
The
the
only fat
the other
boys.
ones. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
Those fat boys.
Dookie chains, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. This is like, no one even thinks about who founded the. Like, that's so origin
Bruh,
in
they
hip
were
hop.
they were the disco boys to begin with, and then they
Whoa.
went to fucking Switzerland with Charlie Stetler and came back to Fat Boys because they ran up a $1,200 bill in the '80s.
See, and that,
But
yeah, that's
eating up fucking everything in the damn hotel.
That story.
That's how they got the name the Fat Boys.
That's deep. That's deep.
That's
Most
hip-hop.
of the people, I'm saying most people who fuck with hip hop say they fuck with hip hop.
Yeah.
Won't know shit like that.
Yeah.
Won't even care to know shit like that. You know what I mean?
Man, Charlie Statler was the guy that used to battle Russell Simmons.
Come on now. Now, Russell, my nigga, bro.
So, fun fact: when Run DMC did their cross with Aerosmith,
Yes.
Oh,
and
shit.
that
Yeah.
crossover of a record, and
Steve-
it went,
Steve-
I want to say 8 times Billboard #1 or something crazy like that, right?
Yes.
It's a big
If you
record.
look at the same exact time, what did the Fat Boys do?
I don't know. That was just so powerful in hip hop. I didn't even think what was the Fat Boys doing.
It was
I don't
right,
even
just
know.
on the tip of my tongue, not Splash, but you gonna have me look it up. It's
Look it
the
up.
Google
Please
era.
do.
No.
The Google era. Let me Google this shit.
I
Yeah,
didn't- 'cause-
you look
because
at it
the-
Do your Googles.
Because Run DMC was just so prominent. During you think 80s hip hop,
It's Run
It's just Run DMC. You're not-
actually mixed out with Aerosmith.
yeah, bro. And think about it. That's like, what is that today? That's
Wipeout.
Like, Wipeout.
Why?
Uh,
Oh shit! That
And
song.
Wipeout knocked out who? The Aerosmith and Run DMC record off Billboard #1
I
And
did
that was
not
just
know
the
that.
Fat Boys. That wasn't the Fat Boys and
Feature,
somebody
they're
else.
doing it no feature.
with the Beach Boys. They
Wait.
collab with the Beach Boys. That's Wipeout.
That's crazy.
Now I see
No,
why
no, no,
Russell
no,
be
no.
screaming, bro. Now I see why Russell be
The person
screaming.
that did that was Charlie Statler.
Bro,
And-
no. I see why he was mad. He was like, nigga, what more do I have to do?
Run up.
Wow.
And so, long story short, I met Freeway Rick Ross a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
The original
you know,
Rick Ross.
The original Rick.
the real Rick Ross.
The real Rick
Yeah.
Ross.
Freeway.
Yeah.
Salute. And basically, I got to interview him, and then I started doing a documentary. I connected with again, and he was like, "Bro, I gotta fuck with you. What's somebody I fuck with? Something I can give you that will help you." And so immediately, I was like, "Give me the Black Godfather." Immediately, and he was like, "Hey, he too old, bro. Clarence Avant is too old. Like, I can't do that. He just had a heart attack. Don't tell nobody."
Yeah.
But this has been like 7 months. And boom, I'm like, all right, well, who else can I get? I start thinking about it.
Didn't he have a Netflix special?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
Bro,
just
do your
recently.
research, man. If you sleeping, man, let that alarm go off.
The
Black Godfather.
No, I watched the special, bro, and I was like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was,
Okay.
bro, he like Quincy Jones in hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
My mom used to work for him. My mom worked for Motown
Nigga,
for 30 years.
I'm gonna beat this nigga ass, bro.
Yeah.
He don't tell niggas nothing.
Don't tell
bro.
niggas nothing.
He don't tell shit niggas nothing about his mom. His
Yeah.
mom
That's
was in
crazy.
the streets
Yeah,
racing,
that's why.
nigga.
So when I hear these stories, like
That's
my
fucking
mom,
crazy.
just I want you to finish your story, but it was just like when you tell me, I've heard the Clarence story since I was a kid. My mom's best friends with Eric, right? Easy, like that was like her best friend
Wow.
all
Fucking
throughout
wow.
her childhood. So
Wow.
now when you telling me these stories, I'm
Jerry
like
curl
bruh,
juice on the
dripping,
couch.
all that.
Gosh.
But when you tell me these Clarence stories, it's like already with the I've heard sentiment of it, but now it's so kind of life goes full circle, and you're telling me like,
circle.
Bro, I didn't get to
What's the circle?
Clarence. I tried. They said it was all,
Not
it was
yet.
all bad.
yeah,
He was too old. So
Damn.
I ended up getting Charlie Statler instead.
But hey,
And then they showed me this video where Fat Joe was like, "This is royalty.
yeah,
Royalty." And I was like, damn, he really going in on his pronunciation.
Yeah, yeah,
He's talking about Charlie Statler.
he only do that when he's serious,
Come
Come
nigga.
on. And he was like, if you with Charlie, then you got a bag. You paid. And
Yeah,
then the guy he was talking to, he was like, what are you talking about? I'm good. I'm good. And he started to give like a philosophical answer. He was like, no, nigga, you paid. Walked away from end of interview. And I was like, whoa, all right, I need to fuck with Charlie Statler.
yeah.
yeah.
And so I tapped in with him, and then he was like, I haven't done an interview in 30 years. I've been hit up by 2020. I've been hit up by, he told me all these big companies, and he won't give his story. He sold his story to his home country of Switzerland.
Wow.
And so he was like, it's the ABC of Switzerland. When he comes back to Switzerland, he has to leave the United States and do the story because on my interview, he talked about my bosses. He talked about some shit that I was like, damn.
Oh shit, yeah, some
This
real
is a
shit.
season finale.
bro,
Yeah.
like cut it off. I don't care if this is the
Yeah.
second episode. Cut it
Yeah.
off right here, just for right now.
Nah,
Wow.
let that shit ride, bro.
Damn.
On everything. And boom, that connected me with a whole different area in development. And so I ran away with those understandings. And then I tried to connect with his people. That guy that he interviewed him was J.R. Ryder. J.R. Ryder's now the only brother that's on CBS Sports Radio
Oh damn.
Wow,
with
that's
his own
crazy.
show.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
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 And that's CBS, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
and
Freeway Rick Ross made that happen for me, though.
That's crazy.
Random.
See,
that
and-
nigga's still the plug.
Yeah, I love how you're able to tie into your overarching theme so well. Yeah, it was really cool. You talked about it, your relationships.
yeah,
your
exactly.
Relationships,
How you
everything.
make people feel. That's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying, and how that ties into just how you're closing some of your interviews. You know, it's honestly it's astounding. It's astounding. I had to last night. We sat in here doing. We said we were gonna come in. We had to make sure we come prepared. We sat together. We made sure we did our research. We all started watching interviews.
That's my fault because,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm a journalist, man. So I got to make sure that I know, like,
He was
all
prepared.
right, what I got to step into.
I didn't want to know nothing but your
You know what I
name.
mean?
I said I wanted to meet you right here, right then,
And
nigga.
it's my government. It's my government.
But it's crazy to me because that's all. Like I love marketing. Marketing is my thing, and I love to try to figure out how we close the dots and like or how to close some of the connections come together. So it was just for me. I was just astonished. Like, bro, you shooting your range on these interviews are amazing.
Okay, so to answer your question, when I know I had a great interview,
Yeah.
not only do I feel good, but I walk away knowing that person's fucking with me.
Okay.
And I interviewed, so remember I told you I interviewed Bobby D, and then I interviewed Asia, then I interviewed Slim 400,
Yeah.
and then I got the Baker Boys the next day. So I called and I got hired by Bobby D. He said, this is February 12th. February 13th, I have the interview with Baker Boys. On Valentine's Day, he wants me to go to this event. I interviewed Keith Sweat, 112, and Next.
Oh shit, that's big. That's
on
heavy.
Valentine's Day, when you're married,
That's heavy.
So I go and do this interview with the Baker Boys, and I walk away from that interview like, man, they did everything possible for Power 106. They did everything possible for their Miami station. They did
Niggas
everything.
know
They
the
became
Baker Boys.
syndicated.
Yeah.
But the biggest regret they had, they didn't fuck with the people they were interviewing. They made a hit song. I cannot remember, man. Nick gonna be mad, but oh well. I can't remember.
I know why,
I'm
bro.
trying.
I see the cookies on your sweater. You good, bro?
Hey, I tried to smoke with them. They was like, we ran out of time.
Oh damn.
But they dropped the jewel on me that I'll never walk away with without having in my soul. And that gem was, if you're gonna interview people and connect with them, don't let that be the only moment. If they're willing to open up with you and build with you in their spirit world, and what they're communicating to you about,
Definitely.
Gotta take advantage of that.
You have a space in there where you can build with business.
Exactly. Build a relationship off
And
that.
You just have to think of the service. But the one thing I want to tell you about relationships, I was thinking earlier, but y'all learned I smoke. I forgot to add it in there, is that you can't fuck off relationships. You can't call a motherfucker and be like, how your kids, and you never seen their kids.
Facts.
That's weird. No, that would be weird. That
You
would
gotta
be really
really
weird.
build a relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to go slow. What they give you, you work with.
Yeah.
And if you don't get nothing out of it, you take it as God did not have that intended for you, but it was able for you to see a light. And when you see a light, is it shiny? Does it look too shiny? Does it look good?
You just know
let me
it's
keep
a
on
light.
going. If it don't hurt me, bro, I'm gonna keep on going.
Right.
God not gonna walk you in the
Gotta
wrong path.
push it to
bro.
the moat break, man.
Yeah.
Gotta push it to the moat break.
It's. I have to admit, bro, you're an astonishing individual, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know. I did my research.
Yeah, but that research was thrown out the window.
Yeah,
like we came, like we came in this expecting to talk about like specific bullet points. Like you said, we had a whole thing going on, bro. But you dropped so many gems on us, so much real life conversations that you can't prepare for that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
I just saw all the people on your Instagram and I was like, yeah, this nigga fuck with the hood.
Yeah.
You just can't prepare for that
That
kind
was
of
his
shit.
level of research.
Yeah, bro.
I'm out of here.
Got
it. Yeah.
But bro, to be in the hip hop industry,
Yeah.
the streets gotta support you.
Bro, like that's where the love is, man. That's home.
That's where it
hip-hop
originates
is
from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're in the hip hop community, hip hop industry, and you real in that, you have to have love for the
Yeah,
street.
man. You can't forget the main story, bro. The main
You
story.
can't forget where you coming from.
That
I'm
nigga.
from the struggle, bro.
Yeah.
That's not ever gonna change. Like, it don't matter how much money I touch. It don't matter who I sit next to. It don't matter any of that.
That's like
It's
your
still gonna
bones,
be from
bro.
the struggle. Like, and I'm always gonna have that perception of I gotta be humble. This could all be gone in a second because it's been taken away in a second.
Right.
And you've never had it. There's a point where you ain't have shit. So like,
Bro, I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you how bad we had it. My brother and sister and I, it's three of us. We used to share a damn kids meal. I got the burger. My sister got the fries. My little brother got the drink.
That's crazy.
damn,
That was our dinner, bruh.
damn.
Like, I'm no exaggeration. You call, I FaceTime any of my siblings, and they'll tell you. And we kept that as like, okay, my brother loves soda. He good. My fat ass love the burger. My little sister love the fries.
Y'all made it work.
And man, smile. We went to playing games. As soon as we got done eating, 30 seconds later.
You say something I want to speak on. Sometimes with our new generation of hip hop, you come from our generation of hip hop where it's real. Our internet generation, our younger kids aren't really having that street. I don't want to say street story because it sounds kind of dated to say it like that. But do you think do we really need the backing of the streets in hip hop? Because I'm seeing a trend where it's going somewhere else.
I agree with what you're going with because right now emo rap is 100% supportive of mental health.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let that gem sink in.
Yeah.
A lot of people that knock what people are talking about by going into their selves and being that transparent sleeve to the world.
Right.
Don't realize that they're giving themselves. Yeah, hey, they may be on drugs, but they're giving themselves. They're sacrificing themselves, and that right there is the recognition of mental health. And to answer your question, the streets are always going to be involved, bro.
Okay.
The streets and the rap game go hand in hand. It's a difference when you go pop.
Okay.
It's really underlined. You can see the streets in a lot, like Uzi. That's the perfect example of the streets and emo rap or just a new generation.
Look at Famous Dex.
That's what I'm saying.
Who knows
yeah.
about Famous? Do you know about Famous?
Yeah.
Don't
So,
do that.
that's what I'm saying.
do that.
Yeah.
All right, come on. That's a Chicago.
Like,
But
Right.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Like what Famous Dex, just all the shit he's been going through. You know what I mean? Like it goes,
and that's the thing. It's right in front of
it's
us.
hand in hand, and it's right. Like you said, it's right in front of us. It's crazy.
It's definitely because I have this discussion with my pops all the time, and my dad is you talk about old music head like. I got plaques hanging up in my house.
He fuck with Teddy Pendergrass more than Marvin Gaye. That's all. That's how old you need.
Yeah.
to know
Teddy
that.
Pendergrass over Marvin Gaye, and he was sitting here and argue with you an hour.
I fuck with.
Look at that.
I work for the family. You got me fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's what I'm saying. My dad was sitting here and argue. He read all the albums. My dad is crazy. But what he talks about,
There he go right there.
oh yeah, that's the picture.
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
a picture of his dad right there.
He was sitting here and argue anybody that 100%. But he says that some of the things he said when hip hop started, my dad came up in the era of Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5, The Last Poets. You know, hip hop was just boom clap. You know, that was it. And
Fun fact, you know the trap is boom bap but sped up.
Yeah.
Double time.
No, yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Trap music.
Is boom bap
Yeah.
sped up.
Yeah. There's more hi-hats.
It just goes back to me saying that all this shit is slave music, bro. It's just
Goddamn.
nigga. Thank you, bro. Negro spirituals, nigga. Negro spirituals with 808s. That's what rap is.
But
Go ahead.
Do you know how the bass came? I'm sorry, I just got to throw this
Go,
in there real
please.
fast.
Oh, no,
do
please.
it.
You know how
Tell
the
this
bass
nigga.
came?
Please tell me.
So it's a Beatles concert, right? And I forget the exact guitarist. I forget he's famous. Fuck around and kicks the damn speaker. And you know what we get from that kick? Bass.
Yeah.
And boom. Oh my God. What is this sound? And then
Like what?
they started adding it to their songs. And we would not today in hip hop have bass music if it wasn't for the Beatles.
Without the Beatles.
That's crazy because bass. That's
Bass music without the Beatles?
All right, so
Like-
Negro
like
spirituals
bass
mixed with the
music.
Beatles,
I
nigga.
see.
Who was the first person going auto-tune?
First part, I would Zapp and Roger, but that was
Elton
before.
John?
That was way before the Beatles, though.
And that wasn't auto-tune. That was voice bot.
That was the
box tone.
vocoder, whatever,
shit-
with
the
the
shit that
dookie
they
stick.
used
The
to like,
dookie
yeah.
stick.
Who was the first one to go auto-tune? I learned this from DJ Sir Jinx.
I'm gonna just say Elton John. I don't know why.
Nope.
I'm not gonna give it to Elton John. I would have
But you're
to.
close.
Not.
Wait.
Not from Queen.
Nah,
No.
Paul McCartney. Damn.
You gotta go female.
Madonna?
No, that's way later, bro.
This is Madonna.
Cher.
Shit. I wanted to.
That
Okay.
yeah.
Do you believe in love?
She
Was
was,
that
the
the
first
track?
to go auto-tune, bruh.
Was
That's
that the
wild.
track?
Look it up.
Was it Do You Believe in Love,
I
dog?
honestly
No.
did not ask
That was a
Sir
hit.
Jinx what the song was.
That's crazy.
No.
that was my
You
shit when I was a kid, bro.
No, see, no.
You gonna make me call him?
No, you got
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Bruh. You know what's crazy about Sir Jinx is that I had a whole hour-long conversation with him waiting for another interview. And then when I called him to set up my interview, he forget who I was.
Oh,
That's some
shit.
old people shit.
You said, huh, son? Oh, okay.
Hey, he called everybody young, too.
Yeah.
Huh, young? I know your voice, but I don't know who you is, young, because I'm calling you young because I know you.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out
some old
DJ
head
Sir
shit.
Jinx.
Man.
That was
Hey,
crazy.
that's Ice Cube producer. That's Dr.
crazy.
Dre cousin.
That's
Well,
crazy.
dude, that's during what was the original?
Dr. Dre's group?
Yeah, we keep on.
I don't remember.
We
I just
the
called them
original
the
Dr.
light-skinned
Dre-
niggas.
The original Dr.
the disco group.
Yes.
With the Jerry curl.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I can't remember right now.
They don't want us to remember. That's
yeah, no,
why
I'll come back to it later on. But yeah, man, yeah, you covered so much,
bro.
Such now, and at first I don't even know where I have no background in interviewing. I just know how to talk to niggas. That's really it.
Bro, that's
none of us do.
communication is all you're doing.
Yeah, really.
Don't put anything extra on communication.
Don't sauce it up.
Come on, because if you put extra on communication, you're gonna get an argument with your girl.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Damn, let me write that.
Make
Damn.
it simple,
Write that
bro.
down.
No. I like arguing. No.
See,
Shit, bro,
I see
make
the
it
type of
easy.
coochie you like, nigga. he like that
But-
aggressive shit. Bitch ass nigga.
Make him crazy, nigga.
but
Gosh.
yeah, you really. But all in all, like I have to just say, man, that I just thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's all
No, thank you. I said this before the camera started running. I got to say thank you on the behalf of just DDS, bro. Like
Yeah, man.
you telling me this auto tune. I'm about to argue with this man. You know, I'm about to call him.
And I'm gonna be right there listening.
I'll give you Sir Drinks' number.
Yeah, I got
He
it.
gonna
And
I'll
call you
text
young.
him.
Yeah.
Write that. Take that down.
Yeah,
Take that
yeah.
down.
You know who I am now because
Yeah.
I did the second. I'm doing the Second to None documentary.
Okay.
That's doing some dope shit. And some fun fact about Second to None is that they walked away from a $5 million deal. They're Bloods. They're from Elm Street in Compton.
Yeah.
They're Bloods.
Damn.
And Jimmy Iovine and Suge Knight wanted them to be Crips. This is before Snoop Dogg.
Wait, Jimmy Iovine wanted to be a Crip.
Said, nigga, change your hood.
Bruh, put on a different color. And what people don't know is that Second to None's first single was called Be True to Yourself. And they walked away from a $5 million deal because they didn't want to throw on a different rag because Jimmy Iovine had this great idea that we're going to have Crips take over.
Wow.
And
That's deep.
That's really deep.
so they walked away from that $5 million deal. They had a whole second album done. It was called the Shit Album. 4 of those songs off that album got
What year is
stolen.
this? What year is this?
1993.
1993. So this was after.
92 actually, excuse me. 92 because the Shit Album was supposed to come out first quarter of 93.
So everybody here, everybody LA hip hop is here. Big. You still got Tupac, you still got Snoop, you still got Eazy-E.
Pac just started coming around Death Row. You still got Eazy-E. Second to None's fucking with Eazy-E heavy. They're from Compton. They was the Compton.
DJ Quick.
So DJ, man, I've learned DJ Quick did not discover Second to None. They're homies.
Wow.
As in, like DJ Quick was in the house,
Yeah.
and the Factor from Treetop
Yeah.
came over, and his name Mike P. Mike P was already fucking with KK. KK is a short little brother that would take off on the biggest person that was there as we try to punk him.
You got heart.
And got respect
Yeah.
immediately. And so Mike P was fucking with him. They always say, "Oh man, my homie Quick's always in the house, or Dave's always in the house, Dave's always in the house."
Yeah.
So they finally brought him out, and then they learned that Dave had his whole collection of records, and he was just collecting records. That was his thing. He was a DJ, and then all of them became DJs.
And that's from the DJ Quick, and that's where I'm trying to figure out. But bro, you understand? You're turning my logic on.
Yeah,
I-
my man's brain is.
No, you're answering questions like there's gaps
Real
in my
hood
life.
questions,
No.
nigga. Like,
You understand? No, in way I was taught that DJ Quick was almost like the godfather of a lot of West Coast sound, and you're telling me that he was part of a collective. It wasn't so much him.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
That's
if you go back
crazy.
to the red tape, go back to the red tape. The red tape is what got DJ Quick signed to Profile Records. And guess who's on the first 3 songs as soon as you press play on that tape?
Second to None.
Second to None. Track 1, track 2, track 3 got Second to None on it with DJ Quick. Second to None's album that first came out, it's the 30th anniversary this year. That's why it's imperative I get this documentary done this year.
Yeah.
That album that came out was co-produced by Second to None. But for so many years, if you didn't have the CD,
Yeah.
the journalist put that it's all produced by DJ
DJ Quick. That's what I've always known.
But one thing I do want to add is that, because I talked to someone today from Paris for the documentary, he was like, as a fan, I want that camaraderie to come back, because that was the other NWA. It's not the same when you see High C, you see AMG, you see Sugar Free, you see DJ Quick, you see Second to None, and they're separate. It's not the same energy.
No,
Versus
of course
if
not.
you get NWA all together, that energy is explosive.
Definitely. It changed the sound of music, but that's another discussion.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
another
Like,
discussion. I'm not gonna do that
all
now.
this you're saying right now, like, kind of takes me back to a question that was asked on like our question Answers segment of the show that how do you bring SoCal and NorCal hip hop back together or together rather. And I'm hearing all this stuff you're saying, like all these people that used to be together back in the day, if they stuck like you know how dudes in New York do.
Shit, Atlanta.
Nigga,
Yeah.
LA hip hop would
Yeah.
be
So
something.
you said New York.
It's
It's actually Atlanta.
It's Atlanta,
It's
not
really
New
Atlanta.
York.
Not
Well,
even
hold
just
on, fun
that,
fact,
Chicago
fun
too.
fact. Atlanta would not have taken off without the brothers from Philly and New York coming down to Atlanta. I'm
Oh,
talking
shit, yeah.
DJ Drama. I'm talking Don Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
facts.
that's facts. I was just watching DJ Drama's 85 South interview. I got so much game.
Hey, you notice that they do the intros like how I do? But
Bro.
they just started doing that like 2 Chainz. That was the beginning when they started
That-
doing intros.
That episode right there is when they really started getting off too. When their shit really started like seem pinpoint, like seem like really good. So that's wild.
no, but I've been doing intros like that forever.
See?
My brother put me on game, and then my homie
Mm.
Slink Johnson, Black Jesus, went on their show.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. But
He
that's here nor
said
there. Shout out
Slink
to
Johnson.
Shout out 85. It's love everywhere, nigga.
It is,
But that's
like,
crazy.
it's enough for everybody.
Exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, boom. I got to do something a little bit different now.
Yeah.
With people biting on that.
So
Yeah.
it's actually inspiring, bro. Like you got to bring the new game in for people to grow.
I say I feel the void, bro. Like, and when you feel like you're feeling the void, you're feeling the need.
I feel like that's what this city
Doing
is,
something right.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the role of not the role, but that's where this city is at right now.
And to answer your question about Northern California and
Mhm.
Southern California, you're not going to change the soil of the Bay. You're not going to change the way how LA uniquely advances things from the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And you see how I worded that.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a mustard sound unless he really dipped into the Bay Area.
Right.
Like, I'm
Right.
born in LA and I give the soil, and you see I'm calling the soil the Bay
Yeah.
for a reason. Because we wouldn't have a Black Panther Party.
That's fair.
Huey
We
Newton.
wouldn't have these Crip gang, blood gangs that came if it wasn't for the demolish of the Black Panther Party on the West Coast.
Very true.
And that all goes back to where? The Bay Area. Berkeley.
Yeah.
Oakland.
Damn.
It,
You wouldn't have cookies either, nigga.
San Francisco.
yeah.
Wow.
For real.
And then like you just start to learn like I took it back to even just like the gold rush. Like the California really started in the Bay. So to see all that begin, and I feel like we don't give them enough credit, and that's where everything comes from.
That's our fault.
Yeah, that is our fault.
That's our fault.
That is our fault.
That we don't give the recognition where it's due. We
Yeah.
don't do the right thing all the time. We
Yeah.
do the right thing where it benefits us at times.
Right.
And I'm talking about LA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm from LA. Like,
Yeah.
it's a clout chase. It's like, oh, I gotta drop names of who I know, so you know that we know the same people. So you ain't gotta do some
You don't
bullshit.
even
to
care
me.
about
Yeah.
my talent yet.
Exactly.
You don't even care about
That's
who
just
I
so
am.
you know
yet.
I'm okay
Yeah.
to be in the room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
But
I-
they don't have that problem in the Bay, bro.
Nah,
You go to
it's your
Oakland,
energy, bro.
nigga, and you know what? They are as active, if not more, sometimes as LA, but you still get more love from like
It's turfs, bro.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
no blood. It's no crip.
it's just love. It's
turfs.
like
Yeah, I definitely have noticed the camaraderie in Oakland is different. It's different than LA's. Like in LA, we're almost bro. I'm a mid city, Washington Crenshaw, baby, right? So I know that if I go north, like towards World on Wheels, before I go down the hill before you hit Renpaul, that's all 18 territory. Now I know if I go down Crenshaw, go south towards Inglewood, I got on the other side of Crenshaw, completely different type of energy. In Oakland, it's kind of like the number streets just stick together. Period. Yes
Yeah,
and no.
yeah,
I know,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like obviously, it's not all, but there's a stronger sense of camaraderie.
they have a code.
Right.
There's a
They
code.
stick
The
to
Bay
fucking
reminds
code.
me of Bakersfield a little bit when it comes to the politics, as in minus the Crip stuff out here, because you notice it's Crips killing Crips in Bakersfield. In the Bay, I'm from this hood, and y'all trapping on my block. It's over for you. You
That's
mean
it.
mug? You mean mugging for no reason? It's over for you.
That's it. It's really about respect and disrespect. That's it. That's it's no bullshit in between. It's no
And if you look game goofy, they gonna treat you like you goofy.
the game is the game, nigga.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
the
That's
Bay.
what it is.
Just
But I gotta just answer.
yeah,
the
no,
question
please,
real
no,
fast.
please,
Real fast. the way how the Bay and LA will come grow closer together is LA recognizing the Bay and their contributions. If there's more hers from Vallejo doing what she's doing and keeping the spotlight on Vallejo, same way how E40 is, the same way how you got Capolo putting on for Oakland, the same way you got Kamai putting on for Oakland,
They
the
got
same way you
Kalani,
got
too.
Burner
Yeah.
putting on for San Francisco, Kalani for Oakland, shit, Keisha Cole for Oakland.
Damn,
Yeah.
nigga.
Like
They got
They-
singers out.
I'm
Have
saying,
you ever
bro.
had water in the Bay, bro?
Nah.
It's literally something in that water, bro. Cause that shit's so. You drink that motherfucker out the
Nigga
tap.
set this
nigga.
shit up like, nah,
It's
bro,
the
what's
only-
wrong with the water, man?
It's the only place where you go be like, give me the tap water and you be happy, nigga.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Aaron Brockovich is real.
That is true, but that was around here.
Shit, that shit go all through this motherfucker.
That
you ever
is-
notice
yeah.
that you ever go fishing in the ducks?
I used to live in
Where the water come
Kalinga.
from?
Ooh.
Where the water come from? It
I have
come-
no idea. I never.
Yeah.
Current,
I've
nigga.
never, I
Have
have
you
no
ever been
idea
to-
what the fuck is going on, but you know
all the way
what?
up north, and at some
Yeah.
point, that shit trickles in our water system. That's why it's in our water.
Damn.
So no
That's
matter
why the
what,
Kern
whole
looks the
state
way
is
it is.
contaminated.
See, so we always gonna be drinking contaminated
Bro,
water.
I haven't drank faucet water or tap water in like 20 some years.
Not even
Damn.
with the Brita
Been
filter.
bottled water.
Gang forever.
That's
Damn.
it.
Yeah.
I think I just
I've been
drank
on
some tap
fancy water lately.
Oh, the Pierre, what is it? The sparkling water? You drink that shit?
My wife's trying to get me to it, so
I
I,
don't
stopped
like that
drinking
shit.
soda.
It's
but-
I
cool,
don't like
bro,
that shit.
but your stomach be if you gotta drink it right or else you ain't gonna be able to fart for a while. That's weird,
I-
bro.
I
Gas
want-
just gonna be all right.
That's an unfortunate combination.
I don't drink that shit.
I wanted to add just one more thing to the camaraderie of the North and the South. I think one other thing that might add to it, kind of a left field thing. I think if we get a high speed rail to where niggas can literally travel faster. I think when you reduce travel speeds, it ingratiates cultures. Like if it takes me a short amount of time, let's say it took 30 minutes for me to get from here to LA. Let's say it was a high speed rail that goes from Bakersfield to LA. There will be a lot more camaraderie. The people will interact with one another.
Yeah.
The women and the men will mingle more often.
That's the
and-
reason why the Bay Area functions the way it does.
Yeah.
because they
Because
have their
boom,
own.
boom,
They have their
That's
own.
why
their bark.
the IE
The bark.
is the way it is.
the
Yeah,
same
I don't know
because
why
they're
y'all
York.
niggas is
They're-
like
they're-
how y'all
it's-
York.
the boroughs are mad closer.
And LA, we don't have. Well, we got the metro, but it's not the same thing. So
Yeah.
I think if there was a train that went from LA to the Bay, I think it would change some things. I think there'll be.
I think it would start. I think it would start the conversation. I definitely agree with that. If we're able to interact more,
Mhm.
but I think what he was saying, as far as us, not us, but LA giving due to
Disrespect.
where
Yeah.
most of the sound comes from, most of where the game comes from.
Yeah.
I think that's like the final step in the block of us being able to make music together.
Yeah.
Why do you think Ghazi went and left Ingrooves, Universal, one of the biggest
Ingrooves.
independent
Wow.
distributors in the world? He left there as the president to start Empire. And where'd he started at? San Francisco,
Did not know.
his hometown.
Damn.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Bro, now it's a conglomerate. Like
nigga
I went
knew
to the
something.
BET Awards 2 years ago. It wasn't about the Rock Nation brunch. It was about the Empire after party.
Did not know that. I'm only catching on the outside on the internet, which is Rock Nation brunch. That's
Yeah.
all. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
gonna be
victim.
banned from the Rock Nation
Yeah.
lunch. He might not
Man,
be.
I thought I
anymore.
was gonna go this year, bro, and get my invite 2020 because my shit was starting to go up, and then COVID.
Damn.
yeah. COVID fucked everything up.
Hey, bro.
Or it created everything because you went online. You went online and
I
need to
wanted
reduce
take
it.
my own way.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
what I was saying. COVID, in your sense, as
This
an
is what's gonna
interviewer,
get you into the
Nah,
Rock Nation.
Yeah, I
So-
agree. We talked about that a little bit,
Yeah.
where most of the world, COVID fucked everything up. But in a weird, funny way, COVID was kind of like the fire under some shit. You know what I mean?
Bro.
literally.
See, that's what I'm
Nope
saying.
shit.
Bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. COVID, like,
I was getting ready to be backstage interviewing everybody on Bobby D's show. That's
Oh,
how I was gonna
shit.
get everybody on my
Yeah.
show. I
yeah,
didn't have to work for it anymore.
yeah.
I dropped the ball that night on Valentine's Day, guys. I dropped the ball.
Because you thought,
No,
Oh,
I
I'ma
fucked
just
up,
be able
bro.
to do
I
it again.
mentally beat up I wasn't prepared. Number one.
Mhm.
Number two, I went into it like, man, Bobby fucking with me. Like, but I still need to represent him.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, like, I made sure how I moved in there was right. But when it came to being prepared, I wasn't prepared. I went to RL from Next, the lead singer from Next.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wrote hit after hit after hit for all these people. Did not know who he was. I'm in his face. I played his music at my wedding.
Oh shit.
See,
Bruh, could not even get to that emotion to
And that-
tell him because I'm like, fuck, they just threw me into the fire,
Yeah.
and I'm more caught up on being burned than versus trying to run through the fire.
Right.
And at that moment, I dropped the ball.
So-
I start off with a Dr. Martin Luther King quote on Valentine's Day. He said, "You pulling the Bible out on me?"
Oh shit.
Bro, it killed my energy. I couldn't even respond. You ever been stepped
Yeah.
on before?
Yeah.
I got stepped on and didn't realize I was stepped on camera. And then it hit me and nothing came out.
Damn.
That I lost the publicist that was helping me.
Yeah.
I lost the cameraman that was filming. Everybody was like, "Man, what the fuck is Bobby doing?"
Oh damn.
And then I had to build my relationship up. And now I'm chopping it up with 112's manager because the DJ's playing Next before Next came out.
Right.
I may not know who the motherfuckers are, but you play
Yeah.
that music.
I know the music.
You
know
up
what
in there
I mean?
doing the dance with her.
I know the music for sure.
And bruh broke a cardinal sin playing the song before he came on. And I'm talking shit because I'm like, man, I got to get some type of attention because my shit is diminishing.
Yeah.
This big old bodyguard that's running the back may throw me out.
Oh shit.
But
Like, kept on building. I told that motherfucker I'm out his way. And he smiled at me. So I was like, I think I got some leverage.
yeah,
And then boom, I get to interview 112 and corrupted the whole interview.
that's beautiful, bro.
It's beautiful until you try to put it out and you ain't got nothing to show for it but a picture and some snaps that you saved
Damn.
on Snapchat. Because they gave me their food afterwards. And I was like, bruh, they just gave me all their food. I'm talking about wings, rice, some type of, I think it was like filet mignon or something, bruh. It was like, you
shit,
can have
that's
it all. You want to take it to go. It was hella fucking drinks in there, Red Bulls. I'm like, bro, I don't have a bag. I don't have nothing.
Man,
What
you
I
better
look like
fuck-
just walking around like, with a whole bunch of food.
Food on
and
your
Red
arms.
Bulls. Like, who's broke into the gas? Who's
hungry as hell?
I fucking steal everything. And so I saved it on my Snap just to show people that they really let me have it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all I took was 2 Red Bulls. I ate 1 wing. It burnt the fuck out my mouth. And I was like, okay, this is cool.
Oh damn.
And then I went on to Key Sweat. And then Key Sweat, all I got to do is take a picture. But from there, what I'm getting at is that I had the accessibility with Bobby D to be backstage with everybody on the roster.
Yeah.
And COVID stopped all of that. I was literally going to interview Michael Blackson.
Oh damn. Yeah, I seen that picture.
No, that was me being drunk, not knowing what to do at an after party.
Speak on that, brother. Speak on that.
Bro, I didn't learn. Actually, I didn't learn until after the after parties and the war shows was taken away.
Wow.
Like, by God bless me. 100% bless me. I cannot make any of this up. Like, I quit working at Rusty's. God made me so uncomfortable that I quit working at something I enjoyed doing. I was managing. I was making them a whole bunch of money. But they was paying me like I was trash.
Mm-hmm.
And then what made me uncomfortable is that, and I talked about this shit just the other day.
Talk
They
about
were
it again.
They were trying to make me their last name. Like, the owners of Rusty's are local people, big Christian people. And they try to put my last name or their last name on me, and then they offered me a store. I'm making the millions, bro. Like, no cap. They bought houses, bought cars. I ain't buying shit. I'm making $15 an hour.
Whoa.
I grew their sales 60%.
Oh, all right. Now you talking my language.
Hold up, nigga.
I went to a store
no,
that was
no,
making $14,000 a week and turned them into a $28,000 store.
That's doubling up, and you can't have no exchange on your behalf. No, I'm walking out.
That
I
happened to
didn't
you
understand
at
Yeah, I'm about to
Yeah.
say that
I
shit.
was the pizza plug. I got jerseys for free. I traded pizzas for tickets with the radio station so I could win shit.
Wow.
Like, I was the pizza plug, and I'm Rusty's. This is expensive.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
You want some
Yeah.
chicken and wings, bruh? I connected with decades off of pizza and wings.
They don't.
Decades is a very famous producer locally.
They don't know who that is.
Too short.
They don't know who that
no,
is.
No, you.
They don't know who
yes,
that
yes,
is.
You spoke on it. Yes, Elijah. You put me on.
Man, you
yes.
can't let
Hey,
this nigga.
Hey, look!
man.
Shout
He called you by
out!
your
Shout out!
government.
Decades. Yeah, shout out! Decades. He. When I knew him, he didn't like to talk about his career a lot. You know what I mean? But he hard, fucking hard.
Man,
Yeah,
you gotta
fucking
watch
hard,
this nigga.
bro.
He the type of nigga to drink
Fuck.
water before you and then tell you he taught you how to drink water.
Fucking hard.
Damn.
Yeah.
Only to
Water,
the,
nigga. Water, nigga.
only to them.
Damn.
But nah, but continue. Go ahead. Continue.
I'm just more astonished that no matter what, and this is something I'm catching in your story, is that no matter what situation you're in, you maximized it. No, who would think to leverage pizza? Who the fuck? And I'm Mr. Leverage. I will leverage anything. I will flip anything for some photo, video, graphics, what you need. I don't even know. I don't think I would be able to do it with a pizza.
Shit.
But now I'm
That's
hearing. I
because
was
you
like,
Muslim, nigga.
yeah, you know, I got the bad- yeah.
Yeah, that's
You don't know
half
what to
of
do
it.
with some pepperoni.
I don't know what to do with pepperonis, but it's
Slang them motherfuckers.
Hey, right?
Trapping beaches.
like I'm hearing that in your story when you talk about on your podcast and you talk about on your video podcast. Do we say video podcast? What do we say now?
Well, no, it's both. I have it on digital
Right.
and audio.
Okay, so like I said, on your podcast, on speaking on when you're traveling from Bakersfield to LA, speaking on the wrestling, the speaking on everything, I'm seeing you maximize no matter what the predicament was. You're like, this is my situation, and I'm really just going to reach every corner of it. That I'm excited for the next 5 years. I'm curious to see what your next 5 years. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. I know you got something in the tuck. I know for a fact. You got something in the tuck. If you can drop one hint, I know this is gimmicky interview stuff, but it's just like of something that you have coming in the future, if you could tell the people about. Because if you're maximizing every situation, what the fuck is next?
Bruh, like one thing I've realized, I don't feel like I'm successful until my atmosphere changes. As in, like, until I can afford $25,000 to sit there and be able to say, okay, I can move to LA.
Facts.
That's when I'm like, okay, I can afford at least 6 months of rent no matter what I do.
Right.
Because I made this bread to get to this point.
Right.
I can take a full flex and chase the dream more and be more locally based where it's all at. I travel to LA 4 or 5 times a week, whether it's producing a music video or being a production manager or doing interviews, or I'm in a studio session. I'm an A&R. I represent producers.
Hold on. We're gonna go into that. I hold on. Yeah, hold on. Describe for those. Fuck that. Describe for me. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
he really sitting there talking about, I'm about to pick my brain.
Yeah. What does an A&R do? What did an A&R do, and what does an A&R do today?
So first of all, I'm gonna shout out. Go watch Contrast Uncut. Go watch the Serge Duran episode. Serge Duran is the VP of A&R at Capitol Music Group, which oversees 5 different major labels like Motown,
Yes,
like Project 10K, like
seen that's
Trippie Redd.
That's
Internet
Tekashi.
Money.
Well, I knew him through Tekashi. That was way back when. That was like 2017. That's when I discovered
we
him.
can't talk about
You're not
that.
supposed to say that name on the
but
podcast.
That's how I learned.
Don't.
That's how I learned it. That's how, because I had to do my research on his whole story. I'm like, where did this kid come from? So that's why I was just like, what is this? But the whole Trippie Redd thing and everything. I love business.
Yeah. So A&R, basically, you have a research A&R.
Okay.
You have a creative A&R that goes to the studio sessions.
Okay.
And then you have a Rolodex A&R that does both and then is able to sign people. So the Rolodex A&R is normally your top A&R that's the lead at your label. And those are the people that are offering the bag to the artists.
Okay.
Right.
And then now you're like, think of it as a recruiter in college and you're the top athlete. And you got all these different colleges coming to you trying to offer you a scholarship.
Right.
That's what an A&R is. A top A&R does.
The Rolodex one.
Yeah, the Rolodex.
The
They're
Rolodex.
coming to offer you the whole bag.
Yeah.
And then say, hey, right now, shout out Nipsey Hussle. They're giving people their masters, but they want everything else.
So they want tour merch.
You get how it is.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's 360 around you, but you get to keep your masters. And we're giving you a bigger bag. I know artists right now getting $2 million.
What are they giving out?
We ain't seen this amount of money since
Michael Jackson, nigga.
early 2000s, 90. I mean, before fucking Napster killed
Yeah,
the fucking money.
Oh
market.
yeah.
And right now they're back to giving that amount of money because they're seeing the return. You look
Right,
at a
right.
CMG label that is the biggest subsidiary label with the most amount of streams. You got CMG. That's 42 Doug. That's Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
That you know.
Black
Yeah.
That's Memphis niggas.
Yeah.
Like real
And
real
Detroit.
South rap.
Yeah.
And Detroit, yeah.
But in Kentucky, SG.
Midwest, damn.
I mean, bruh, but
Damn.
they took over the market that
I
way
know that
and
nigga
killed
was
the
from-
streams
And this is all through a Rolodex.
through a Rolodex A&R.
So they're
making
like
those
the
moves.
GMs in the NBA.
To a degree.
Cause I'm trying to,
I
cause
mean, yeah, because they're giving the bag.
but it sounds like
But
they
they're
scouts,
also-
GMs,
but
and
listen to me,
agents.
They're
Yeah.
also in the gym with you shooting. They're in the fucking studio with you while you're making your music. Guess who's booking the sessions? Or guess who's giving the budget to the manager to book the session?
So they're
the
like the
A&R.
label's representation to the artist. Wow.
The only time I really started looking at A&R, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. But what was Pop Smoke's A&R? I can't remember his.
Stephen Victor.
Stephen
Nigga,
Victor.
that's Pusha T's A&R.
That wasn't his.
That wasn't
that
his
was his manager, and he also managed Pusha T.
Yeah.
And
That's
how.
Pusha T dog.
That's how I
Fun
started
fact,
looking into it.
Stephen Victor went to the college, same college that Don Cannon. They all went to Atlanta at the same time. Clark Atlanta.
Clark?
Yeah.
The homie Corey, my old shout out to Corey.
I'm gonna let y'all know a gym or something I'm trying to do. I'm gonna put into the universe. If y'all could beat me to it, just make sure I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Atlanta in 2006, 2003. Atlanta in 2003 is when the Atlanta scene took over. That's when you had DJ Drama, Don Cannon, all meeting in front of this barbershop in front of Clark Atlanta selling mixtapes that were just songs they put together on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that took off. And then you had Serge Duran from New York with Mace there. A lot of people always talk about Mace being involved in the early era of all the influence of the affiliates.
Yeah.
And that's because Mace went back to college to play basketball.
So this nigga was a pastor and a hooper? Mace is like, he low-key, he like this far away from Master P, nigga. He just need the bag. That's crazy.
So my thing is, I want to put that spotlight on that era of Atlanta and going to college.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I didn't graduate from college.
Mm-hmm.
I got caught up with trying to do way too much
Mm-hmm.
and said, fuck school. I'm having fun doing everything else. Bro, I
Yeah.
worked for a liquor company in college my freshman year.
Oh, you
Yeah.
Bro, it was a Capri Sun called Shot Pack. You rip off the top, square in your mouth. We were throwing parties.
Spring break must have been stupid, nigga.
Stupid.
Bro, I didn't finish school.
He didn't said that at the beginning.
Disclaimer.
He didn't said that at the beginning, nigga.
Bro, I work for the women's basketball team
Oh, yeah,
as a
going
team manager, bro.
I know you done seen some shit.
Oh yeah.
Bro, yeah, I learned that in women basketball. There's a lot more lesbians than there are some action for you.
Don't.
It's a,
I'm not even. This is don't even. Don't even.
You gonna be alright.
Y'all stop. I'll shut up. I gotta have to say shit.
Why you bringing up old shit?
Yeah, why you bringing up old shit?
Man, I
Shouts
struggle.
out to the women's basketball team.
That's
CSU.
funny. Yeah. Leave that in the past, yo. Leave that where it belongs.
We all good.
Hey, were you a practice player for the women's basketball?
Yes, he was. Nah.
Oh my gosh, bro! I lost. It was
You're a victim.
Efren said we're clipping.
right, man. Yeah, but
I fell out this fucking couch.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
that was funny
bruh,
shit.
bruh. It's
I'm
funny
gonna
how
get you
life
a
goes.
practice jersey, bro.
Don't do that.
Say code
Hey,
on the back.
All right.
Hey, were they sponsored by Nike at least?
Yeah,
Because I got
Hey,
my
wait,
gear.
it was Adidas,
Yeah,
nigga.
I
No,
wore
no,
my
it was
women
Nike
basketball
first.
gear.
yeah. It was
That
Nike
shit,
first.
bro. They had their own shoes.
Yeah.
I was on Hub like, oh yeah, ain't no one got these except for basketball team. Got they women.
Fuck,
They had a
nigga.
size 12.
Don't give
Yeah,
up.
nigga, that's it. That's all the nigga need. Give me the 13, give me the 12. I'm in there.
Oh, shit.
Oh
That's
my
funny.
god.
That's funny.
But man, I don't. If I kind of want to just shift it real quick. If it's okay with you.
Bro, I forgot what we was talking about.
Yeah,
no,
right.
me too. No.
That's this podcast,
Yeah.
nigga.
Doing dope shit.
We're just
Yeah,
doing
Hey, man,
dope
this
shit.
is organically doing dope
Dope
shit,
shit.
man.
Make
Cover
sure
it
you
all.
subscribe too. I know you see the button. Click it.
Good
Do
job.
that shit.
Click it.
Good job.
Comment
Tempting.
too.
Do that
It's
shit.
tempting. Do it.
I
You'll
would
be doing dope shit too.
Hey,
He talking.
click the subscribe button. You're going to be doing dope shit, too.
Just hit
doing
the
dope shit is a
subscribe.
lifestyle. It's not just a title.
It's
And
a
you can
choice.
subscribe to that lifestyle.
by
Which is
making
one-
the choice to click the button below, red and
Just
white.
do it. Just do it.
I'm gonna let him fit. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
stop.
man.
I'm done. He can't. This is Otis. I'm done.
Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis.
Yeah, but
As long as I'm not James Ruffin.
Bro, I don't know. David Ruffin was that nigga. You would have. Old Mo was David Ruffin, bro.
Old Mo was David.
Yeah, that nigga is the. He used to
Yeah.
have this shit called shirt off activity, bro.
Oh,
I would see this nigga with his shirt off.
activity.
Yes,
Shirt off
nigga.
activity.
Just his shirt off and a wife beater, and I'm like, this nigga's up to something. He about to do
that
some
was
dumb.
that was the
You gonna
old.
get some pearl?
Bro,
I was.
You gonna get some cutty?
That's the.
You gonna fall in some pussy?
That's the least.
Because-
that's
Nah,
the best. That's,
or
that was
accidentally
good.
get a dick.
Accidentally get my dick sucked.
He was gonna accidentally get hit.
Yeah, shirt off mode, shirt off activity was wild. You know, that was an error. But honestly, while we have you here, if you can give us just one tip moving forward, because we got to see and we got to ask you 1,000,001 questions, and we just like any type of feedback possible, and this is also in front of everyone, all of our 27 subscribers,
28,
28 subscribers,
Hey, it's 28 now, yeah.
28 subscribers. If you can give us one tip, what would it be moving forward?
Don't pay a consultant.
Hey,
Don't pay a
don't-
fucking consultant.
Don't pay a consultant.
Just
That's
Google the shit.
everything you can get on YouTube. One thing you want to focus
Internet.
on is that where's the money coming from? If you guys are gonna pour yourself into something,
Mhm.
and honestly, I struggle with this myself.
Okay.
I'm quick to jump on some free merch and get representation from a big brand than I am trying to force the line and get some paper out of them. That is a flaw of mine. So I'm putting myself out there because at the end of the day, if you want this to take off,
Yeah.
it's either you want to sell it so someone takes it and makes more money off of it,
Mm-hmm.
or you start owning where is the money coming from. And then you start finding your way to source it and get your service in there. And then you got to find ways that with this show, you apply other things that you do.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to be like, hey, I do this. Let me do a funny segment at the end of the podcast that showcases what I do. And it sticks with people. Comedy and showcasing what you do naturally will always stick with people.
Okay.
Y'all, that's why the fat dude gets the bad bitches. He's funny as fuck.
You're right.
We talk about how fat he is.
Yeah.
But you're not funny, nigga.
I am funny, and it's all right though. You don't find me
You
funny.
know
that's
what's
cool.
important? Your girl finds you funny. That's all.
thing.
You
That's
Come
the
on,
only
dry
thing.
humor
Saw
goes
that-
a long way.
That's all that matters.
So do you seen The Office?
That's all that
Nigga had
matters.
like 14 seasons.
Nah, my
bro.
girl think
Look
I'm
at
funny, and that's
Seinfeld.
all that matters.
That is
Oh,
it.
well, that's that's some money from the dry humor and some other shit, but
But
nigga.
shit, I don't know. Like the team.
No, that was it. I mean,
We covered-
we covered.
Bruh, I felt like I talked to bruh more than y'all.
No, it wasn't even that though. Like his background, just coming from where he comes from, you know, you guys definitely had a lot more to connect on, you know. But we soaked it up. I soaked it up. I soaked
Bro.
this
Is there
game.
anything on that list y'all made that we should talk about?
You know what?
Honestly,
I
man,
did want to ask you because you're an A&R. So, and you also alluded, you know what? How do you feel about Double XL? The freshman list.
I forgot about that. Thank.
Okay, so the backstory on that is that that's some pay to play.
Just like the Grammys.
I wouldn't say the Grammys is pay to play.
well, yeah, go ahead. I want to ask you a question about the Grammys as well, but go ahead with the Double XL.
Freshman list is a pay to play. It's a whole marketing strategy, and you can't get caught up if you're not a part of it because it's gonna either choose you later on because it's not really a freshman list.
It's not. It hasn't been a
It's
freshman
not
list for a
this
while.
motherfucker coming out right now. He's the hottest, and we fucking with him, and we're gonna put him on the list.
Not anymore, at least.
It's okay. We developed this person. This person finally hit this number, and we're gonna give him a spotlight. And let's hope that he has longevity to bring people back to the magazine, so that they know that we put a spotlight to him for this category.
Exactly.
So when you look at it, is it nice to get that? Yeah, it's nice, but is that your purpose? No. Is that affecting your bag? No. It actually costs to be a part of that shit. So why are you gonna go backwards? If you could level up and have everything where they have to demand it, then that's the 2%. Then you got to move yourself and say, hey, I'm not gonna be a part of the other 98. They're paying for this.
Yeah.
I want to be the 2% where my shit's undeniable and they have to put me on.
Wow.
And then that's where you like, okay, I'm a part of it, and you can't allow the number of 2 to bother you because you put your 2 cents into everything, and you're comfortable. And once
it's
you're
there.
comfortable, you're
Just-
confident.
Yeah.
And when you're comfortable and confident, you know what comes from that? Greatness.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I said, I all these artists who talk about
You know
like
who
the-
popped in my head? I'm sorry. Kobe popped in my head once you said that, bro. Because that was a comfortable, confident motherfucker on that court, nigga.
Like Mamba.
Hell yeah. You know, like I said, a lot of these artists they complain about being on the Double XL or not being off the Double XL. I personally don't think it matters. Ever since maybe like 20 2011, 2013,
2014
2014, maybe.
2012.
Maybe,
Well,
you know,
13
I'm
was the
13
last
probably.
one.
Yeah.
It only started in what, 2010, 2011?
No, the double XL started.
No, Freshman XL is.
Oh no, the
Freshman,
freshman
like,
it started like 07, 08 maybe.
07, really?
I think so. I think the freshman was
Currency
like
and them were the first ones. It was like 09.
okay, maybe 09. But I'm saying that maybe from 09, since its beginning to maybe
Mhm.
2013 or whatever, I really felt like the double XL list was probably genuine, right? They was really going out picking people who had a stake in the game, you know, who had longevity, right? Ever since like 2013, it's kind of shifted to what he was talking about, where it's like a pay to play type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't genuine anymore. Like they're not picking genuinely talented. Like you said, some of these people on there, most of these people on there aren't freshmen. They're not new to the game, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Can you? I want to know when you said that the Grammys wasn't pay to play though. And I really want to.
Well, that was just my whole question as far as like, I mean, every year there's always talk about Grammys, about award systems where it's like this shit's rigged. It's not, you know, we're left off in this and this and that. What are your thoughts as far as when it comes to those kind of accolades for certain artists? Do you think like it matters? It doesn't matter?
Should we give a fuck?
It's like if you never got the Student of the Month award, why are you gonna give a fuck that Bill gets it every time? You're gonna be like, I'm still keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm beating to my own drum.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of the people, yeah, it's nice to get the Student of the Month award, and it's something just like the Freshman XL. But the difference between that and Grammys is that Freshman XL is an body of work that amassed over a certain amount of time before they recognize you.
Right.
Grammys is you had to do something that not only caught the attention but made a difference.
Right.
If you notice, Roddy Ricch did not get a Grammy nom.
That's funny.
Weeknd
Bring up Roddy Ricch.
Did not get a Grammy nom. And I'm talking about the number 1, number 2 Billboard leading people in all of 2020. They led top billboards for the most amount of weeks than any other artist.
Definitely.
The next one to come in is DaBaby.
You couldn't go a month without hearing DaBaby.
With all that
Yeah.
being said,
Yeah.
where was a Grammy nom for DaBaby that had Brother's Keeper, where he talked about his brother killing himself and him making himself exposed to
And
the
that
world?
was real.
That was
real
real.
emotion.
Real.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you
couldn't do it.
Bro, like I was listening to like, cause my favorite song from that nigga is
Suge.
no nigga, it's No Tears,
Okay.
or yeah, No Tears, cause he's just like spitting real facts. Like I feel like this is the real DaBaby on here, not like all the pop shit. Like this nigga's like really talking about his pain, his hurt, and then to hear that song again about his brother, I'm like, yo, I really felt that same dude again.
Yeah.
And it's just sad that that's what had to, you know, kind of bring that out.
But it's like, as we talk about it, I got asked this the other day at a video shoot. The guy was like, Little Baby or Roddy Ricch? Who's going to have a bigger attention to what they're doing?
I
Great.
say Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
I say Lil Baby as well.
Everybody said the same thing. Why? It's because what he's talking about.
Right.
What
Yeah.
is he putting attention to and not making it easy for him to rap about it?
Right.
So you really put your soul on the track and people feel that.
Bro, that's relations.
That's what I'm saying. Like he says, people like a story. They
Yeah.
like following a story. You put your
King Von.
King Von.
See,
King
that's what I'm
Von.
saying.
King Von. I can't even listen to his music. I have to read it. I have to read his stories. They're so descriptive. I'm late on King Von. It reminds me a lot
Nigga,
of.
listen to G Herbo too then.
Bro, I understand. When I was a kid, I didn't mean to cut you, Elijah.
Y'all niggas been doing this shit the entire time. It's
I
fine.
do this every episode.
This
the new episode. This
It's
new.
fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
When you say this,
Walk all over me, why don't you?
My fault.
Fucking
Come
bitch.
on, Joe. Don't kick us off the show, man. Don't kick us off the show.
But yeah, just when you talk about storytelling, like I as a kid, I didn't like Tupac. I didn't like Tupac. I couldn't listen to him, but I read all his poems, and I was like, yo, this is so descriptive. And when I see King Von, I see those same stories. It's weird.
But that's Chicago though. Like I can't find one rapper out Chicago that doesn't have great storytelling. Cause Lil Durk can tell a story. Mick Jenkins can tell a story. Niggas that hate me for saying this, but Chief Keef can tell the hell out of a motherfucking story. Keep me there. G Herbo can tell a fucking story. Like that's just what they talk about, what they come from, and they're so closely rooted to what they come from that it's just so easy, bro. Like they got to tell you what they're going through. That's all
Bro,
they
they're
know.
trained to speak a certain way.
Yeah.
They'll tell you a story and talk about the person next to them and you won't even know. They'll be like, oh, so Shaq and Kobe, how they had that fallout. So imagine if Shaq had it like this. And they're telling a story all about the person next to him.
Nigga. Broad day. That's why niggas be looking at me like, why you like Chief Keef? Because it's a code, nigga. He's really rapping a code. No, you can say you don't know, but that's a fact.
I could just say I'm not trying to be like tongue in cheek.
No.
I just really like.
No, like it's really a code.
Really
Same with G Herbo, and I love because he's actually really eloquent when you hear what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like when he talks about the pain of his brother Kobe, like it's like, damn, bro. I feel like I lost my homie. I feel like I was out there in the trenches with y'all. And nigga, I'm from the IE. I don't know nothing about that life, nigga. Yeah. But I feel like I'm right there with y'all niggas. Bro. So like that's why I really love the Midwest in that, because Freddie Gibbs is the same way too.
He got his Grammy knob.
He sure did.
Him and Alchemist, finally.
Yeah,
Finally.
fucking
Sure.
finally.
That nigga said I ain't win a Grammy, but I'm defeated in court.
You hear me?
Yeah, that's hard. But yeah, that's dope.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Once
I
again,
completely forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, you're talking about
Grammy?
like I can't like the whole little baby thing. Like I said, people like telling a story, which is why he brought up the whole point with Chicago. You know what I mean? Is when it comes to music in Chicago, you talk about music is street. I think that's probably one of the purest forms of like being able to tell a real life story, what really hip hop is supposed to be doing,
right?
And being able to stay true to who you are.
Hey, perspective is that in 2005, 2006, the hottest artist in Chicago that you would go ask a hood person for, they're gonna say go listen to R. Kelly.
Oh yeah.
So look at the elevation from that to where Chief Keef set it off, and then to now it's respected with what they already know the violence is in Chirac.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. You
Top
go from
five,
baby making music to straight bullets.
Come on.
That's
R. Kelly.
wild.
From R. Kelly to Chief Keef.
Oh yeah, and it was Kanye West too. That was the other person
And
they told
Ye,
me about.
and Ye.
They told me about Ye, but they couldn't say Ye lived out there, and he did it.
Don't tell me this. Don't. No. Don't. No. No.
Dude,
No. Kanye's Chicago. No. Kanye's Chicago. I can't. My brain is so wired.
Chicago adjacent, bro.
Don't. That's like IE niggas being LA.
Gosford
adjacent.
me.
I can't-
Exactly, nigga. Guess what? That nigga from the IE too, bro.
Oh my god.
He from Ontario, bro.
I can't.
We was at the mills together, bro, growing up.
I'm not doing this.
It's all right.
That's funny. Bro,
That's
I got you answered.
Yeah, man. You
Honestly-
pretty much answered everything that we ever had. The only thing on here is just like anything that you got coming up to let the people know what to look out for. But you've pretty much gone over everything and
Plug
more
the
than
Let
what.
them know the podcast.
Yeah.
It ain't
Go
much.
check out the podcast. It launches season 5, May 3rd. It's Contrast Uncut, contrastuncut.com. You go ahead, pull up, and take you to the YouTube joint or search anything where it's a podcast and it'll pop in there.
Damn.
I'll tell you guys now, my season opener, I just did the interview today. It was Robert J. Kenner. He wrote the book on Nipsey Hussle's life story.
Mhm.
The Marathon Don't Stop.
Damn.
That's crazy. That's heavy.
Damn.
And
That's
then
crazy.
I wish they could see Victory Lap up there, bro.
It's right
that's
there.
legendary.
Definitely.
And then I got DJ Effin from Drink Champs.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
got Mike Boticello from
That name sounds so familiar.
oh my gosh, No Chill Podcast with Gilbert Arenas.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why it
He's-
sounds
he's-
so familiar.
So I got some nice things where I started dibble dabble into my peers.
Yeah.
And then I got some big heavy hitters. I've been producing music videos. Shout out Blue Pear. Bakersfield Talent, once again, Blue Pear, CAC Visuals. Well,
Okay.
CAC's from Little Rock, but you know, he's been out here for like 5 years now.
Check
He
that
really-
shit out, anyways.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Regardless,
Check that shit
check
out
it
anyway.
Hey,
That's
but they
hard,
really
anything.
put it on, and they put me in an environment where I can learn the film industry, and at the same time network my show where it's organically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when I met Ephraim at the Blast and Dom Kennedy shoot, no one knows I waited till the end of the shoot. Blast came up to me and said, "Good job," gave me a high five. I thought that shit was dope. Talking about it, you hear me?
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Fuck, this is my opportunity." He recognized I was doing something. Let me go talk to not Blast. Let me go talk to Vic, his manager.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I went up to the manager and pitched my show, and then I said some street ties,
Mm.
and then boom, I got the phone number. I'm still waiting.
Right. But you
I'm
took the first
in.
step.
You in the
Yeah.
door,
And
Yeah.
now
bro.
when I send the beats now,
Yeah.
and then I did the same thing for like Blue Bucks Clan and Bino.
Yeah.
Shout out Jay Shet. Like
Yeah.
you start connecting with people. And then same thing when we did One Take Jay's video. I didn't know One Take Jay's manager and the people that started them started 03 Greedo, started Shoreline Mafia.
Oh wow.
Started Draco's career.
It makes sense. It makes sense though, because it's low key all the
Our
same.
band.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So it's like those
Damn.
relationships built while I was working with them. Now it's catapulted my 5th season where I can put some attention to the West Coast like I'm in 1 and 2. I interviewed Suge Knight's 2nd season, his son Jacob, and he was like, "You gonna be the guy that tells the story for the West Coast."
The homie went to school with him, Crenshaw High.
Oh, I didn't know you went to Crenshaw.
Yeah, he went to. No, not me.
No.
The homie
No.
Corey.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah,
Jacob went to Crenshaw.
yeah. He ran track with him, I guess.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
man,
dope.
it's dope shit. Dope shit.
Doing that's all this show is. Doing
That's what
dope
I'm saying,
shit.
bro. That's why I picked the name.
That's
Covers
why I
everything.
came on.
Nigga, because
Covers
you doing dope
Covers
shit.
everything.
nigga.
Dope
Doing
shit.
dope shit. Yeah, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you, man.
I know we appreciate
check
you
out
coming
the
on for
videos,
sure.
bro. I was like, man, let me finish plugging.
Yeah.
Get, nigga,
Seconds
get
to None
everything.
documentaries coming out.
Boom.
Get that. Watch that.
Make sure y'all support that. And then, man, go up to Hip Hop Weekly and start looking for my article. I got more to announce. I just can't say it. I'm a firm believer. If you talk about something before it takes off, you're going to get left behind.
Facts. That's facts.
Too many
huh?
roadblocks.
Too many roadblocks.
many
That's
And
facts.
thank you for being a hip hop historian.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
The reason why I appreciate this guy.
Bro, no, I'm going to shake your hand.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
today I
See-
battled with
Yeah.
Robert Kenner today.
Okay.
And we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And, like, he was agreeing with me. And I seen him, like, he was just on Good Morning America yesterday.
Yeah.
And he willing to check somebody about what they get incorrectly.
Yeah.
And it was none of that. It was agreeing. I was like, man, I feel actually good.
Yeah, I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I was just saying why I appreciate this young brother here is because it's not so much people who, me and Ty, we're definitely fans of hip hop, but people who take the time to write it down and to tell the stories via words. I have a whole new level of respect for them because that's what's going to last are the words.
That's what we
So-
were talking about earlier.
That's what we're talking about. So the fact that you have like, a dedicated section that you're going to write your opinion from in your brain on words, that's going to live on forever. No matter how we get our media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, whatever the bird that's popping at that moment, the words live forever. So thank you. Thank you for telling these stories.
It's on my neck.
Yeah.
It's on my neck.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Live long. It's
Live-
on my neck. Trying to be immortalized in my words.
That's it. That's it.
bro.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
shit, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Definitely watch this episode. Check out every single thing this man has covered, man. Hey, if you don't check this shit out,
fucking pod. So sorry.
Go
If you
on to
don't-
YouTube right now.
Get mad. Stop. You gotta pull.
Damn, nigga.
check out everything this man got coming on. If you don't, we're gonna beat you up.
Fair. That's fair.
I ain't
All
gonna
right.
threaten y'all niggas
I
like
am.
that. I
I'm
just
threatening
call
that shit.
y'all bitches
I
and
have
shit.
been your host, Heems.
I got your co-host Augusto Cone.
It's Big Wolf. Go ahead and introduce yourself one more
Oh,
time.
yeah, man. It's ZYLO. Appreciate y'all for fucking with me.
Yeah.
And remember,
Stay happy.
And stay optimistic. We'll see you back again for your next episode of Doing Dope Shit.
You dirty bitch.
how long was that shit? That shit was great.